いうことで今回のバーチャルマーケットリアル2025ウィンター、メインの一番前、会場入ってすぐのところに出てくるのがこのパラリアルステージです。見てください。このような形で5面の LED パネルになっていまして、この中にユーザーが入ってこのバーチャル上の皆さんと一緒にプレイをするよというゲームになっています。いけいけいけいけいけ、見えてるよ。イエーイ、ありがとう。さあ、今回のパラリアルステージですが、なんといってもこの多面 LED ディスプレイの中に自分自身の体が入ってバーチャルの人たちと遊べるので、没入感がすごかったです。普通はヘッドマウントディスプレイ被らなきゃいけないとか目につけなきゃいけないものが多いんですけど、そういったものをつけなくてもこの没入感はすごいって思いました。続いては VketChat ブースです。こちらはアース製薬さんの協賛で作られています。このゲームなんですけれども、見てわかるように秋葉原の駅から UDX の会場までをバーチャルのアバターを抱っこするような形でリアルの人がこのコントローラーを使って運んでいきますよというゲームになります。こう下げましょう。やばい。下げる早くない取れた。で、これが終わった後にそれこそアース製薬さんのモンダミンですね、こちらをプレゼントしていただけるということで、もうまさにこういったリアルのイベントの場所ではお口のケアも大事だよねっていうことで、アース製薬さんから、プレイした人にはモンダミンがもらえます。続いては JRA さんのブースにやってきました。こちらでは大きく分けて3つのコンテンツを楽しむことができます。その中でも大注目なのが、まずはこちら2024年のジャパンカップの武豊騎手の視点でレースを体験することができるというコンテンツです。続いて2つ目のコンテンツはこちらです。今年の凱旋門賞の舞台を覗いてみようということで、 VR で360度フランスの競馬場ですとか、調教風景というものを見ることができるコンテンツです。そして3つ目のコンテンツなんですけれども、スマートフォンのカメラモードでこちらの QR コードを読み取っていただくと AR を活用したフォトギミックが遊べるよという体験です。なんかこちら側が始まった。ちょっと待って、早いこれは完全に自分が騎手視点ですね。もう左側にも一緒に走っている馬がいて、驚いたのは結構この
Hello. Hey, thanks. Thanks for the follow. How's it going, guys? I've actually, there's a lot of follows today. That's always great to see. Good to see you. It's Wednesday. It is Wednesday, March 11th, 2026, or Thursday, March 12th. 2026. If you're on the other side of the world, I'm Lon. This is the virtual market info session, but also the weekly Worldhop. Today's a special edition. VKet signups are live, and we'd love for you to be part of that. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to go through what it means to be at VKet, how you can apply to VKet, all the crazy things you can do. I've got a slideshow. We're going to do a PowerPoint. I know that sounds super exciting, but we're also going to do some Worldhops too. We got some special guests here today. First off, we have LuxNova, who have graciously offered to come through and talk a little bit about what they've done as Community Collab members and showcase their worlds, which, by the way, are not public. So you guys who are here in VRChat with us right now will actually go get to see some stuff that you wouldn't normally get to see. And even though they are not public worlds, even if you are part of their group, and even if you want to get into their events, that is also difficult. So this might be your best chance to see LuxNova's various offerings and how their stuff goes, and learn a little bit about them from the group itself, and how that can integrate, or your group can integrate with VKet. So that's what this session is all about. We're also going to do Colorful Nuku, which is a new group. Of course, we had to include a group from our VCAT ambassadors as well, and talk about a little bit about how groups differ in Japan versus USA, and how or the rest of the world in general, and how at least so far, but how some of those group events can integrate with VCAT as well using our regular event system. So we're going to talk about all of that. It should be pretty exciting. We already have a lot of people here. If you'd like to join us as VketGT3224 inside VRChat, if you're watching on Twitch and everything else, hello. It's good to see you guys. Thanks for coming every single week. We really do appreciate it. It really means a lot. So, yes, you can join us. The link is in the chat. It is popping up down below there. I'm going to hide the regular chat for now. The regular chat. And then we will add the rest of the chat. We'll add you guys back in. Don't worry, I'm not ignoring you. I've got you up here on my wrist, so I can see it as we go through. We're also going to do a bunch of other stuff. We're going to do some community showcases and Worldhops. Also, of course, this is a networking session. So what do we got to talk about? Hey, this schedule behind me. The first thing is that, of course, VCAT signups are live. They're only live for about 3.5 or 4 days. Not quite. That also includes signups for community booths. So if you have a community booth in VRChat and you'd like to join us with a special booth in one of our exhibitor worlds, we have limited slots for that. Those are hand selected by us, and so fill out our form, and we'll get you the links to that inside the chat as well. Fill out our form and apply, but give it your best shot, because we want to learn about what your group is all about, the kind of people that are there, what kind of events you'd like to do, and then we'll make a small selection from there. But don't put all your eggs in one basket. You can apply to VCAT regularly. It's free to sign up, and if you get selected for a full-size booth, that's the only time you ever have to pay for anything. So VCAT has a very small fee that goes into that. We'll talk about it in a moment. But that's only if you have a full-size booth. There's a lot of free stuff as well. So regular item booths and other things like that. We also are going to have poster signups and community logo signups that we do every single time. Community logos get utilized in our worlds in various places. Like, for example, if you were at VCAT Formula, the Formula Worlds had all of the community logos, for example, flying by in our interactive racing game. So all of those are ways that we utilize your community logos and link out to all of the communities in there. And then, of course, you got all kinds of stuff inside. You've got all kinds of stuff inside VR on VKET.com to link out to your community events that you can do during VCAT. So since our event is so large, it's a great way to draw more people in. Okay, so I have a slideshow. Now, the only problem is that slideshow does not work in a group public world. Normally, we'll do a group public. So what I have to do is I have to drop a group instance. So we'll do that first. We'll jump into there. I'll load it into the Slide app, and then we can go through that slideshow together on stream. Sound good? All right? All right. So I just need to make another instance. Bear with me here. Do this real quick. Straight back to here, just a group instance. If you, I'll make it group. So if you're in the group, you can. I'll make it group plus rather. So if you're in the group, then is it group plus? Does it have to be group or group plus? I think it has to be group. So I'll just make it everybody. But you'll have to be a member of the group to join, because sliding will not work otherwise. And then we'll come back to a group public, and then we'll do a world drop. So, okay, there's a portal. Let's do that. All right, going this way.
さらにこのヘッドマウントディスプレイもつけてるので、結構酔っちゃうんじゃないかなっていう不安があったんですけど、視点がすごく安定していて、風も感じますし、全く酔わないっていうのがこのコンテンツのすごいところだなと思いました。競馬を見てるだけじゃなくて、自分が走るっていう新しいコンテンツですね。続いてはシャープのブースにやってきました。ここでは最新のヘッドマウントディスプレイを楽しむことができます。私のこの左手に収まるぐらい非常に軽くて
All right, we're back. Bear with me while I get this sorted out.
しかも
I'm just going to load up a couple of things. I'm going to do two things. One, I'm going to load it up over here as well. If you did not go through the portal, I highly recommend going through the portal. But that is okay if you did not, because you'll be able to see us here.
Oh, yeah,
So-
your VRC mic is pretty low.
Yeah, let me fix that for you guys. So the other thing too is that because the timing has changed, we are a little bit different. So daylight savings time has happened, which is a curse. And we're in daylight savings time right now, which means a lot of people might not be here because they're expecting it to be an hour later. This will continue to grow, and there will continue to be more people in here as time goes on. So hopefully we'll see the rest of you in here very, very shortly. So I'm just going to load this into Slide App. We're going to go through a slideshow, and it should be pretty great. Bear with me here. So if you guys don't know, there's this lovely little Japanese prefab that you can download. It's Slide In, and you can get it from slidein.app. With your Discord login, it allows you to upload slideshows to VRChat. And we have worlds where you can do that. We have worlds where you can, we have this feature inside of our VKet world as well, so you can host events. And any good event world will have a copy of Slide in there. If you don't know where we are at the How's Your Progress world here in VRChat. This world was created by our GA member, Shadow River, and it has a lot of information about the current VKet events, the worlds themselves, the world IDs, other events that are coming up, as well as our calendar links and links to all of our other web pages as well. But you can find most information at vket.com if you're looking for us. But yes, it is back to a 9:30. 9:30. It seems like 9:30, but it's still 8:30. So it's an hour earlier. We've moved forward an hour. So for a lot of people, this might be a little bit earlier than usual. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, we've been getting a lot of those in the last little bit. I've noticed a lot more people on our YouTube account as well this week. So it's great to have you guys there and joining us. All right, I gotta walk in my physical space a little bit here. Gotta reorganize. Okay, let me grab this link and we'll get started here. All right. Bam. Let me know when you can see this behind me. When it loads. Let's go. I believe it is working. 51 pages. Hey. You guys can see this now? Behind me here? Right here? Virtual Market Info Session? Yeah. Sweet. Right, so I'm also gonna expand my audio just a little bit. I'm gonna expand my audio just a little bit for you guys as well. If you wanna ask a question while we're going through things, feel free to do so. You'll have to get fairly close to where this guy is, but that's where we'll start it. Okay. All right. So let's go through it. This is an info session to start. We wanted to do this during the Worldhop as well, just to make sure that anybody who showed up here and thought they might want to be a VKet exhibitor, especially since we have so many people here who are VKet exhibitors that can help you build a booth for the very first time, even if you have just a community to showcase, or maybe you're a streamer, or maybe you have a world in VRChat. Maybe you make content. Maybe you make avatars. Maybe you make shaders for avatars. Maybe you do commissions for people. Whatever it is you do, VKet is here for you, and that's really what we're all about. This session is kind of special too because we're showcasing how we also like to showcase communities as well as host fun events during VKet, and you can benefit from the boost that happens there. There's one other thing that we're not even talking about yet, which is collab streamers, and those signups will come up soon too. So if you're a streamer or you stream or you'd like a boost in your streaming career, we have a whole section for that as well, and you can become an official VKet collab streamer, which is always super fun. We have lots of folks here who have done that. So let's go through it. This will be broken up into a few sessions, like what is VKet, what's our schedule, the different worlds of this VKet, how to do events, how to sign up, how to exhibit, and then a basic overview of our SDK for submissions. And then we'll talk to LuxNova and Colorful Nuku. So what's VKet? Virtual Market is the largest social VR indie exhibitor event in the world. We have 4 Guinness World Records, and we have one of the largest, if not the largest, social VR convention in real life in Tokyo, Japan. We've been in VRChat since 2018, and we've been throwing events ever since. I think this will be our 17th event, pretty sure, something like that. The number is large, but there is more than 360 worlds, I think. Now you could go to a VKet world every single day and not run out of worlds to go to, but we do about 19 to 21 worlds every 6 months. We host an event in the summertime and in the wintertime, and sometimes we do events in between. If you look over to behind you over there, for those of you who are here, you'll see that there's an event over there, for example, called VRChat, which will be happening on May 2nd, which is a new type of VKet run by with our support, but by volunteer community members. So that should be pretty fun as well. It's a VKet for scrunkly little guys. So we try to like fit different categories. We also do comic VKet sometimes, and music VKet, and as well as game VKet we did once also for indie game creators. Here's the schedule. We were looking at that earlier today, just at the beginning of the stream. It's also right over there, so if you ever need to find it, you can find it on our socials on vket.com on the My page, but also in this world as well. The basic schedule is this. We've already started applications, so that started on the 6th of March. An application is just signing up to, like, you're basically registering your interest in being part of VKet. But you have to do that first. There's no obligation beyond that, and it takes 30 seconds. You go to vket.com, you click a button in the top right, you sign in, you create a circle name with your social media stuff, and then you say what worlds you'd like to exhibit in, whether or not you'd be willing to exhibit in more than one world if there's additional spots available. You pick the ones you like the most based on the themes that you see over there or on the webpage, and that's it. There's nothing else you have to do. If you decide by the selection period, if you get selected and you decide you can't handle it, we hold a second lottery, which takes place on April the 3rd. So the first lottery happens on the 25th, and then there's a payment deadline, and basically you say, yes, I do want to submit, and if you've got a slot that requires payment, and it's a small amount of money, I think it's like $21 with the exchange rate US right now for the largest kind of booth. The second one is like $5, and everything else is free. Community collab booths are free, but once again, those are hand selected by us, so there's only about 7 to 14 of those available. And then we do a second allocation lottery. So if for anybody who didn't complete submission or for any additional slots that are available, the second lottery goes to everybody else who's left. So anybody who didn't make it in the first lottery gets all the slots available after the first lottery results are done, and maybe people didn't sign up or decided they didn't want to do it or couldn't. That second lottery happens. We fill out the rest of the slots, and then VKet gets locked in. From that point afterwards, we have a submission period. So that's not until May 8th. So you don't have to have anything ready at all until May 8th. So it gives you a lot of time to start working on Unity and Blender stuff if you want to do that, or putting a booth together in VKet with VKet Booth Maker, which we'll talk about a little bit as well. What else is in here? So the submission period starts on May 8th. It runs until June 15th. So you have between May 8th and June 15th to put a Unity scene together with our SDK, or submit a booth through VKet Booth Maker. And that's it. And then those worlds go live, but you'll get previews midway through that as well, where you'll get to, as an exhibitor, go check out the worlds early and see how everything looks. We automatically upload the worlds with your booth every single time, and you'll get to see those previews early. Catalog registration happens after that, so you get to talk about, we have a catalog page that lists everybody who's going to be at VKet, and then of course the event starts with all the fanfare, with all the promotion from VRChat. We'll be in the home world, and we'll be in your quick menu and all that sort of stuff as well, and the opening ceremony starts on the 11th of July, and runs until the 26th. On the last 2 days of VKet, in Japan, in Tokyo, we have an event called VKet Rio, where I'll be at, and a bunch of our ambassadors will be at as well, as many more people, and that's a 2-day event that usually gets between 50 and 60,000 in-person attendees at Bellsal, downtown Akihabara. So let's talk about VKet worlds. We have 4 types. There's corporate worlds, creator worlds, recreations of original creator worlds, and then a cross-platform world as well. Parareal Central Ignition Point is a cross-platform entrance world with every world portal that we have, as well as information about our sponsors and ambassadors and other groups that are doing things in VKet. It's a great place to hold an event. There's a DJ stage and a bunch of other things you might need, and it's like the main spot where people will gather in the beginning. And because it's cross-platform, it works on everything. But that's always themed. Last time it was gates and doors, so we had this giant floating key in space. They're always really neat, and they have a really good intro. Our corporate worlds, this time we've announced Parareal Broadway and Parareal Akihabara. So we're going back to Akihabara, and we're going back to a new version of New York, which should be pretty exciting. These corporate worlds serve to pay for VKet, essentially because there's a lot of people coming to VKet. These 2 corporate worlds get filled with great sponsors like Sony and Sega and Honda and all kinds of other groups that have been with us in the past. These guys are great, and they make VKet happen. But they're here because you guys are here. So those sponsors come and fill these worlds out because all of you are building crazy things in VRChat and exciting a lot of people to come and visit. Just as an aside, VKet every year for the last, I would say, 2-3 years has gotten close to or more than 1 million visitors every 6 months. So these worlds are really busy, and so it's one of the best ways to have as many people see your content as possible, no matter what it is, what kind of content you do. So Parareal Broadway, here's a few quick closer looks at those. This one is music themed. Parareal Akihabara, which is like a future version of Akihabara. And then we have our creator worlds. Now, I'm not going to go through the themes of each one, except for like the base, like the top line of it, since I want to have lots of time for world hopping and community showcases as well today. But so we'll have an abridged session. But if you want to dive a little bit deeper with me, we're doing more of these. I'm doing another one tomorrow, and I would invite, tell your friends if there's somebody who's never done a VKet before and they have lots of questions for me. Tomorrow's great. We're also doing an event that's Euro-friendly times at 2:00 on Saturday as well, 2:00 Eastern Daylight Time. So Creator Worlds, Deep Mist, since it's summertime, and summertime in Japan means spooky stuff. I guess if you've got a chill down your spine, you won't feel so warm. I think that's what's going on. But with Deep Mist is an Americana lakeside Rust Belt town with a horror story regarding cultists and unusual doings. Very Silent Hill, very mysterious and spooky. There'll be 2 versions of that world. And so that's the first world in the list. The horror worlds this year, or the last previous years, have done really, really well in terms of like not just the storyline being super deep, but the people who brought a lot of content to those. They were very popular. We also have O Edo Mechanica, which is a sort of steampunk retelling of what Japan might have been had it not opened up 381 years ago to globalization and tourism. Like, what would have happened if Japan had sort of evolved on its own into a steampunk mecca. There's Voltiger, which is a like sort of coin pusher arcade themed world, and there's a like a special event that will happen. You can get coins by trying on avatars, and lots of other cool features in there. In this world, if you decide to exhibit at this world and you have an item in your booth, you can make that item essentially purchasable or as a prize in the world. So in the center, you can have all the prizes pop up, and your item from your booth can be a prize in Voltiger. We're also doing our first collaboration world with a well-known world inside VRChat, and that's Poppy Street. Poppy Street, of course, made by Coquelicot. If the best way to describe Poppy Street, I would say, is probably Japan's Black Cat. It is definitely a jump-in place, but it's also where a lot of creators like to hang out and drink as well, or even just to chat or practice English or whatever the case may be. This map is interesting in that all of the stalls are going to be like 6 meters deep, and they'll have a storefront with some posters as well. Hello, Kato Dyer. Hello. All right. Recreator worlds. These are worlds that are coming back from previous VKets with all new stuff. So they're usually improved performance-wise. Some of the different bugs are fixed, and of course, all of the creators inside are different as well. So we're going to have Cocoon Art Aquarium Redive. So 3 versions of this world. There will be 3 Cocoon Art Aquarium worlds. So we'll have a lot more exhibitors this time than we had previously. I think we have about 600 circle slots, which is pretty great. But there'll be 3 Cocoon Art Aquarium worlds as well. And these are beautiful, by the way. One of my favorites. Argdella Rediscovered, also super beautiful world. This world is sort of like a timey-wimey sort of travel world as well that has a whole lot of information, or like a whole storyline behind it. It's a little bit connected, if you follow the storyline well, it's a little bit connected to Space Opera and some of the other worlds that we've done. And Sky Park Renew, which is an indoor theme park / mall, which is great for all kinds of avatars and different things as well. Sky Park is really exciting. It's like a really, really good-looking map with a giant Ferris wheel. Finally, we have our cross-platform worlds, and these are important to mention too, because this is something you can do also in the other worlds. But the Alta Vista Focus world, your avatar needs to be cross-platform. It works really well in these worlds if you have a creator economy account. If you don't, we prioritize creator economy creators, and if you're applying for Creator Economy, putting in that you're going to be at VKet is a great way to speed that application up. So it's a weighted average. So we'll select people who have Creator Economy accounts first and who have submitted their avatar IDs through that on those worlds first. But after that, everyone else will get selected, and there'll be 3 of these as well. So VKet events. Let's talk about VKet stage. VKet stage is in our entrance world. So in our ignition point world, there will be a stage as well with a bunch of, like I mentioned before, there'll be DJ setups, slide-in like we're using right now, a whole lot of other things like that. And that'll be available for you to use to host your own events. On vket.com, believe it or not, you can make an event right now. So I think it's open. I'm pretty sure it works. You can give it a shot. I'm not 100% sure, but I think the button is there. So you will see it. So if you go to vket.com, there is a register an event button, and that will allow you to create an event for VKet coming up. And you can link a bunch of information to it, what kind of event it's going to be, that sort of thing. And you can host it in this world as well as in VKet Lounge. And VKet Lounge, we haven't announced which worlds those are going to be yet. We have a few good ideas. There are a couple of nice little bar areas. Oftentimes we'll do one inside of our Parareal worlds, at least we did last time. But Kowloon Empire, Void Alley was it last time. But inside those worlds, it's a good place for RP events. It's a good place to host Avatar Try-ons. It's a good place to get your community together and just play around with the world gimmicks as well. And these also have things like a special stamp system. You get like a megaphone. But what's important about this is that all of the events that are registered in here get put on a special calendar that's in our entrance world and in these sections as well. So we have this live calendar that's linked to the rest of VKet, and people will see those events coming up inside those sections. So they're linked all the way through. We've done a bunch of cool events. We've done stuff with Jet Ski Rush. We've done stuff with VRC Dancing. We've done stuff with local police department and a bazillion other groups, including Lux Nova as well, who was here with us today. And they have had those sections in there. So this is what we're talking about here. Community collabs. This is also what this Worldhop is sort of themed after. We need those boosts. The application deadline is the same as for VKet itself. And I don't know, Haya, do you have the Google form link for that handy? If you do, please toss that in the Twitch chat. And what I'm going to do, I think, later on today, I'm going to take a moment and make a QR code so that y'all can scan it. But you can find that on our social media as well. So you can find us on X at x.com. /ENVKet, or on Blue Sky if you prefer at en.vket.com. We're also on Instagram it's a VKet_official. And we're in a bunch of other places too. You can find us at Virtual Market on Facebook. Like, we are everywhere. We have a TikTok too. We are everywhere. But yeah, we want you guys to do those. So community collaborations are interesting. There's the thing about those booths is that they're much, much larger. And as you see here, it's essentially a double wide booth that becomes a permanent feature as part of the world. Either it's at the midway point or an important part of the world, or it's right at the beginning, generally speaking. So it'd be like right there in the middle, or right at the beginning of the world. And these booths are twice as large, and they have twice as many Udon scripts that you can do, and more relaxed restrictions to do things like Udon and scripts and textures and animations and anything you might want to do. The Jet Ski Rush guys were actually able to be in our Parareal Hawaii world last time, and you can still get the VKet Ski, the special themed VKet Ski for Jet Ski Rush. And you don't have to host events in your booth, but we'd prefer it if you did. It'd be great if you could. And of course, we'll promote the heckity heck out of them with you guys when you do. This is the page for event announcements. There you go. So Haya's linked it in the Twitch chat as well, and I'll make sure to get that link posted elsewhere as well. And we'll probably post it if you're inside this group. We'll post a link to it in this group too, just before it closes. But this gives you an idea of what the in-venue event system looks like. And on our webpage, vket.com, you can essentially just create an event here, put a poster for it, set when you're going to have it, link it to an existing VRChat instance and or event instance or a URL, and then you'll see that. It'll also show up in our calendar in the worlds, as I mentioned before. So it's free. Anyone can do this, whether or not you have a booth in VKet, but it's super great if you do. How to sign up? So it's really fast, guys. Honestly, it's just vket.com. There's a button right here. You hit this button here. You sign in with a Google account or a Microsoft account or a Line account. There's a couple of other OLE embedded SSO that you can use as well for this. But once you have a VKet account, you create a circle. You click exhibitor sign up, and that's it. And then the whole process will go through here. You'll also get emails with information about where you are in the exhibition phase, but you can always keep checking my page. There's a whole bunch of tutorials and Q&As on there as well. There's even, during the sign-up process, it'll tell you how busy or how full some of the worlds already are. There's a new slide. Thanks again, Haya, for adding a few more for these. So you create an exhibitor circle, you select it, you can have as many of these as you want. Oh, and I should mention, if you're applying for VKet, as long as you've got a fairly good understanding of like web-based creation tools or Unity, you can have as many people in your circle as you want. So the people who are signing up for VKet, if you've got a couple of friends that can do Unity stuff and you would like to get in, it's totally okay if you guys all sign up separately, and then whoever it is that gets in can form a circle with you together. That's encouraged. It works just like a convention slot at a real-life convention in the Artist Alley. So the point is that if, because there's a limited number of slots, having people working together to build a circle or create a convention booth together is totally fine, and we encourage you to do it that way. And then once the VKet lottery period is over, we'll hold progress sessions in here where you can meet people and join their booths as well if you didn't get in the first time. There's a bazillion other ways that you can collaborate, and most people are more than willing to put a poster or your avatar or something else in their booth. So there's two types of exhibitions. There's a single exhibition where you're just making a weighted ballot. Essentially, you're saying, like, I'm going to pick my top 10 worlds, and if you get selected for a slot in those worlds, you get one booth. The multi-selection is a new type that we've had for just a short period of time, and essentially what it does is, if there are additional slots, there's a chance you could be in more than one type of exhibit. So you could have a booth and maybe an item booth or maybe an avatar booth in Alta Vista Focus, like that. But it also allows you to have a lot more selection. So the odds you get in are a little higher with the way that multi-exhibition works. But you may be committing yourself to having more than one, right? So basically, you just create a weighted ballot, first, second, and third choice of which worlds you think would fit for you. And here's a flow chart on whether you should use the normal, like the Avatar Market Price Priority Lotto. So if you are on VRChat's Creator Economy, if you sell on the Avatar Marketplace and if you enter your listing ID by March 16th, you're going to get first allocation ahead of anybody else. Which is pretty cool. So it's a good way to encourage people to sign up for VRChat's Creator Economy, and also a great way to boost people in, right? So we highly recommend you do that. So exhibit types. We have a few in here. I'm going to zip through these. There's Unity submission as well as web submission through VKet Boothmaker, which is fantastic, by the way. All the different world features as well. And we'll get into these later. Some of the worlds have different additional features that are part of the world itself. And then you've got space exhibitions for Poppy Street, which is a little bit different in terms of size. And some of the changes are that you're going to have posters on the outside, and it's sort of in there. If you've ever been to Poppy Street, you'll see why. Here's a couple of examples of what a Poppy Street booth might look like. It's new. It's 6.5 meters deep, but a little bit more narrow. This is an exciting one. I know a lot of people have signed up for this. So.
Underground meat cafe, huh?
Yeah, who knows, right? Pretty great, right? So this is, if you've never been to Poppy Street, it's a good time. Every one of these little independent like bars have a different theme, and that's how this version of Poppy Street is going to work as well. And then finally, item exhibitions, which are independent, like either it's clothing or a single avatar, gimmicks, things like that, as well as avatar exhibitions, which we might even animate for you, and those are going to all be in our cross-platform world. We're also doing applications this is coming soon, for posters and logos. Logos, as I mentioned at the very beginning of the stream, are community logos that we include on all kinds of things. We put them in we've put them in our racing world. We put them on the sides of different like things inside of the world, like they become part of the world theme. And then poster exhibitions, if you're having events or if you'd like to showcase something, there are posters all through every single world in VKet during all these different breakpoints in between, and your poster can be in VKet as well, and we'll have signups for that too. Those are pretty hotly contested, so highly recommended. Those are all free, by the way. Logos and posters are free. How to submit? We have a VKet Tools. It's a Unity extension. You install it. And this also goes for the community collabs. We give you a special version of the VKet tools. And essentially, it gives you the parameters of how big your booth could be, what it can be like. If you've ever submitted an avatar to VRChat or uploaded a world, this is really, really easy. And it goes to our build server. And then every so often, a couple times a day, every world gets uploaded to VRChat using an automated system. And then you can go check it out. And you get a preview link on vket.com in your profile. We also have VKet Boothmaker. I love the art for this thing. I just want to stare at this for a quick second. No, it's really good. So the art for VKet Boothmaker and Marsh. Marsh is the system where you can create your own items for our own VKet Boothmaker. This is a web-based, like WebGL-based submission tool. If you've ever played The Sims, you can do a booth with VKet Boothmaker. It's got your standard widgets that you would expect. It also has English translation too. And essentially, you just put your booth together. It supports video players. It supports links. It supports group links. It supports all that stuff. Avatars as well. You can even make NPCs with animations. You just essentially give it a box, and then that gets submitted to our servers, and then it gets loaded into VRChat. So you don't need to know Unity to create a booth. It's really good for communities and if you're a YouTuber or whatever, right? You can also do it on a cell phone. I mean, I've done it. It works well. Okay, so we're gonna skip Q&A session, but as we go through, as we end things out here today, if you have questions or Q&A questions about being part of VKet, community collab at VKet, other things like that. What websites can I use? How do things get sold? That sort of stuff. We can talk about all of that as we go through the session here. But I do want to give a chance to highlight today some of our community collaborators and ambassadors and GA member friends who have done things at VKet before. And without further ado, don't forget to sign up. But without further ado, I'm gonna pull Luxfinity over here to chat to all of you.
Hello. Where do I go? Over here?
Over here. Yeah. I'm going to back this up to the community collab section. So that's a good backdrop. Because that's what we're doing.
Hey, everybody, come here. Come here.
So you guys submitted...
Hey, come here.
You guys were community
Together.
collab members at the last VKet. You had a world in Kowloon Empire. You had a large booth in Kowloon, really good-looking booth in Kowloon Empire, actually, at the midway point, with videos and different event listings that you guys were doing, group links. Tell everybody a little bit about what made you decide to come to VKet. First of all, we'll start with that question. What made you decide to collaborate with us when we put this call out 6 months ago?
Oh, okay. Yep. So we applied for VKet community booth around 6 months ago. So basically for VKet Winter 2025 is the timeline we are aiming for the VKet collaboration. There's two reasons why we are doing this. The first reason is we are a group that just started last year. It's around a year-ish of establishing LuxNova. So one of the reasons is why we want to do this is VKet has a strong base for the eastern side of VRChat. So Japan side of things, most of our collaborations and promotions in LuxNova last year is more Western oriented. So we are trying to penetrate the eastern side of VRChat and let the Japanese people, the Chinese, the Korean, the more Asian part of the world know that we exist. And then obviously, since we are very passionate in our craft of theater, of acting and dancing and performances, we wanted to share that joy and creativity to that side of VRChat as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, and it's been great to have you. We've had a lot of wonderful communities in here. LuxNova does an incredible stage event. Doing events during VKet sometimes...
I think you're muted.
No, I'm sorry. I was chatting through I guess I'm just talking to the people on the stream, none of you guys. Yeah, you guys do a lot of incredible events, and it's great to have... It was great to have you there. Obviously, you do a lot of world design, worlds that not many people get to see, but by having a small chunk of it inside VKet, you guys can get a small taste of what that's all about. And what was the process like for submitting a booth? Because submitting a community collab booth is roughly the same as doing a regular booth at VKet as well. What was that process like? I know you had a couple of people working on it from your team. What was that process like, and how did it go with the submission there?
I'm not the one who makes the booth, but I think in general what I can say about the booth creation process is I think it's pretty straightforward. But since we have like a big team, we have LuxNova is a team of 150 people, so it's really important to take into account the opinions of where I have here behind the Radiance captain, and then over there is the Observer captain. So we are trying to get all the feedback. Yeah, we get we're trying to pull feedback from a lot of people to try to create the best booth possible for the visitors, but also for the people that will be working. We're working on the booth as well. And actually, speaking about the person who's making our booth, the person just joined over there.
Let's see if we can drag him in here and ask him about that. Because the booth submission process for groups is very similar to what you would do as a regular exhibitor as well, but with a little less restrictions. So it'd be good to hear from him, especially people who build worlds, like what they thought. Generally speaking, though, it's an SDK. We have a limitation on what you can have, like what size of thing you can have. And these guys pushed it right to the limit and did a great job of it. So come on over here.
Lock, come here, Lock.
I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you. This question's for you. You got to walk over here, though. This way.
He's dealing with the audio.
My camera is right in front of me.
Lock, come here. Come here, Lock. Come here.
Yes, that camera right there.
This one.
He was dealing with this world audio. Give him a moment.
Yeah. There is some repeating. Yeah, if you're listening to me here and not over there, please mute your
can hear everything now.
Okay, great. So the question I had for you guys was, how was the submission process? What'd you think? And using the SDK, what was that like? And then what was it like seeing the booth in the world? Like, did you felt that it fit? And did things work well? Like, tell me about it.
So the process was pretty unique because VKet is a unique entity as it is to begin with. Not many, I think there's only one other group I know of that has a similar approach to uploading booths. It was a pretty straightforward process. Things with VRChat have their scuffs here and there, but overall with all the technologies that were being involved with it, taking multiple collaborators and putting them all into one singular entity is not an easy thing to do technologically or logistically. So there's always going to be a little bit of scuffs, but honestly, I thought the process was pretty straightforward and thorough for what was involved with it. As far as it came to developing the booth, I thought that what was provided to make the booth was pretty straightforward. Once again, a little bit of hitches here and there, but again, it's VRChat. I'm not going to blame you guys for that. I thought it was pretty good and solid overall.
That was your first time ever doing it, right? So as well.
It was my first time ever, and all things considered, and me having to learn it from the ground up, we got it in with time to spare. So I have no complaints with that. Honestly, I thought it was a pretty good experience. And then seeing the booth in the world, like what you see in the world when you upload is what you get in the world, which I thought was really cool. It was pretty much 1-to-1 because you guys emulate the light when you're uploading, which I thought was a pretty useful experience. Lots of not having to go and visit to make sure things work properly. If I had to mention a single gripe publicly, it would be a system that makes shaders. It's me knowing if a shader is going to work or not before I upload, but I also understand that checking keywords when you're building a Unity project is not an easy thing to do, considering VRChat doesn't even do that.
That's right.
So I don't really blame you guys for that in the slightest.
Yeah, we built a system that lets you use most shaders. So we have a bunch of like Silence Filamented, Poyomi's World Shader, and a few others are built in, and you can have those like built in with our process. But you can upload your own shaders and Unity stuff as well, and Udon.
That's exactly what we did.
Yeah, but of course, like
we ended up making our own layered material through Amplify. It was just a nice way to keep all the material usage down. We wanted to be flexible with the textures because we were deving on the fly. So instead of going for a tile set or a trim sheet, we went for layered materials instead. A little bit of texture memory up to that, but if you're bringing things down, it's negligible. But it allows for a lot more flexibility, especially when you're doing with smoothness and metallics.
No, you guys did a great job. Your booth was really, really good looking. It fit the world well. So we're gonna go check that out right now. And you guys can take a quick look at it. So we're going to go to Kowloon, which is one of the most aesthetically pleasing VKet worlds from the last VKet.
I'm happy I got on that.
Yeah, I'm really glad you did. We're going to go check it out. We can talk about some of the challenges of that.
Just the right time.
Yeah, perfect timing.
It was literally perfect timing.
And then
told me to get on early, so I did.
There you go. And then for all of you who are here, you've got a bit of a special moment as well, because you guys are going to showcase a couple of LuxNova's worlds, which are not easy to get into.
Yes.
And they've invited us to go check them out and talk about their world design as well. These are the kinds of things we like to do. I'd like to do more sessions like this, maybe not always on Wednesdays, perhaps other days as well, but I'd like to showcase community creator worlds, especially if you've been in VKet before. I would like to showcase community collaborators and other folks who have done things, whether you're a streamer or whatever else. I can see a lot of VKet alum are around here today. I see some lovely folks like Jewelry Box that I saw Mono Monet here, and a whole lot of other lovely folks, as well as a bunch of people from Colorful Nuku. And also just before we go, since we're still kind of in the news section here, KF16 from Virtual Space Program, who also had a community booth and community events last week. You've got an event coming up, and just before we jump into that world, why don't you tell these folks about your upcoming event? But you got to get in my cone of silence over here.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, real quick, because I know
okay.
they jumped in. They've got an event in here. We're gonna link out to their stuff as well. These guys also did a ton of community collab events with us as well. Talking to real NASA engineers and checking out like to scale rocket models and the solar system. So yeah.
Yeah, so Virtual Space Program is a mainly Japanese community with just a lot of astronomy, aerospace engineering, space science stuff. We had a booth in the Formula Grand Finals Ambition World during last VKet. That was awesome, and we also did like 8 events in total during VKet 2025 winter, 6 English, 2 Japanese. But I guess the thing I wanted to share today was that recently, a lot of VSP members got together to make a world displaying the radio telescopes at Japan's Nobuyama Radio Observatory in rather extreme detail. Wow. And I offered to the project director that I would do an English tour, and here we are. You'll get to see small telescopes, medium telescopes, trains for moving medium telescopes, and a really big telescope that can be moved around and climbed on. And one of the hallmarks of VSP's creations is that the attention to detail on the models is just off the charts. So enjoy. It's also a planetarium system, so if you remember that from our booth, that will be there too. VSP has a few main areas of expertise, and mine is mainly orbital rocketry, not astronomy, but I will do the best I can to make this an educational and enjoyable experience for everyone who shows up.
What's the date?
Event will be held in
there you go.
3 days. For American time zones, the scheduled start time will be Saturday, 14th of March, 2026 at 7:30 p.m. Pacific, 7:30 p.m. Pacific, 10:30 p.m. Eastern. For other time zones, that's Sunday, 15th of March, 2026, 2:30 a.m. UTC, 11:30 a.m. JST. Expected runtime is about 30 to 45 minutes. It's not a huge world, but again, I'll do my best to make it interesting.
Thanks so much.
And
make sure to get that post out there. If you please tag us on your social media when you do it, and we'll retweet you or repost you on Blue Sky.
Okay. Yay.
Thank you so much.
Was there anything you wanted to ask about? You wanted us to say about our experience with the community collaboration booths?
Yeah, especially like not just community collaboration, but I know you guys did a great job with that. But how was the event system? You guys held a ton of events. How was the event system in terms of getting, like, you had a packed event pretty much every time? I know you had some help from Kudo.
8 events by my decree.
Yeah, so you had 8?
Yeah, we are 8 total. Yeah, and. Speaking of Maple Tree, Kudo and Sinrith, VK Global Assist members, they helped us a lot with event staffing and moderation. We are very, very, very grateful for their support. But yeah, 8 events, and the VKet calendar website system was pretty good. I mean, it was a pretty user-friendly interface, I could say that much, and it's communicated the information that I needed it to communicate.
So did you find that there was a larger number of people that attended your events thanks to having it at VKet as well, and growth to the group?
Well, I definitely found that people were attending in good numbers. I don't really have a good basis to compare to because VSP doesn't do that many English events. I am one of the very few English event organizers that does things for VSP.
But it gave you a good excuse to do it, right? Like, that's the main thing, right?
Yes. We had good turnout, consistently 30 people or so across all of our events, which is a great amount to have.
Especially for hard sciences, right? So that's pretty
hard
cool.
Science, yeah.
That's
and
great.
I make my tour routines. They go pretty far into the hard science. maybe I should tune it down a bit for some of my tour routines, but there
think
is
we all
much
enjoyed
hard
it.
science going on.
Nothing like jumping into the International Space Station with somebody who knows about all the parts of it. Right? So
Yes,
it's a lot of fun. So we do recommend you check out all of the events that happen at VKet. Some no matter what you're into, they're not all music or party events or dancing events or language events. A lot of them are like science events or collegiate events, like from ICXR. Sometimes it's games and racing worlds, and try-ons for avatars, all kinds of things like that. So we have a lot of them. So I'm glad you were to be able to hear from you as well on that too. So okay, so were you guys thank you so much. I'm excited to go to your event hopefully this weekend. If you guys want to come, we'll have some links for that as well. So were you guys at Lux Nova? The timing is perfect. It is now 9:18, so we're gonna jump into Worlds. Did you guys have? Were you in Orderless or were you
Chaos?
Chaos. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Random stuff, go.
Yeah, doing Chaos. All right, we're doing
the Abby Jinx.
All right. So once again, if you guys want to join us, if you want to get in here while you still can, it's VKet GT3224. You guys are all in East Coast or West Coast or Euro time, mostly East Coast, I imagine.
We prefer.
We're kind of all over the place, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Right.
It doesn't bother me regardless of where I
Yeah,
am.
just latency. That's all.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'll drop a portal over here for you guys, and we'll run through there. All right, I'll be right back for those of you watching on stream.
クロステラ VR1 という名前なんですけれども、まだ予約も開始していない新しいヘッドマウントディスプレイなんですね。長い時間つけても疲れない、およそ 198g のとっても軽い VR グラスです。で、実際にこのグラスを使ってバーチャルマーケットの空間を見ていただき、さらにですね、VR 睡眠の時にどのようなつけ心地なのかを体験できるベッドまで用意されてるんですよ。こちらはマイアバターチェキウォールです。富士フィルムビジネスイノベーションジャパン株式会社さんの協賛で行われています。通常チェキって自分の顔で撮りますよね。でもこのバーチャル界隈では自分自身のアバターをエモい形でチェキに残して、このバーチャルマーケットリアルに遊びに来たよということを一言添えて残していく文化があるんです。
We're going fast.
We are going fast. This is true. So for those of you who are still stuck in the world, yes, this world does have a 40 queue. It is queued. We're gonna go to it. We're gonna come back and get you guys, and then we're gonna zip over to Lux Nova's Worlds right after this. So we're gonna go quick, just for the sake of everybody here, to showcase the community booth itself. We can do this two ways. We can teleport there, or we can run. It's up to you guys.
Teleport is boring.
For the sake of everybody, we should run.
Yeah, we can run. All right. So here's how to find it. So we got you. So we'll do it together. We're gonna run through. We're gonna tell you how to find your way there. Let's do it. Let's go. We're going this way. Let's go.
All right, everybody.
Speed run.
Hey, Novid. I haven't got a picture of you next to your graffiti
Gotta
yet.
get their walk speed up.
Oh, you can do it. You can hit that button and walk speed quickly if you want to.
Fucking thumbstick makes me run into a wall.
Okay, move.
Oh god, this is what 200cc feels like in my Kart run. Oh my god. Oh my god, or at least you could do really good parkour when you go times 3 speed. Whee!
Yes, and if you'd like to join us, or I would recommend watching the stream in the progress world for now, and we'll come back and get you guys in a moment. just while we're here, this is the posters submissions that we're gonna have soon. That's what these look like. Every world has a bunch of posters. That's a good example of that. And in terms of icons as well, as you can see here, this is a community icon. This is VRC Moto Meeting, which is a motorcycle group. Right, up we go. I'm gonna take the stairs.
There's very clearly a story happening here that we're just completely skipping.
Yes, a deep story.
Bum, 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 bum.
Bum, 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 bum.
There it is.
There it is. Look at this enormous booth. You cannot miss it. So as you sort of turn the corner here at the midway or end point of the map,
First time looking at this venue being not on the potato.
yeah, there you go.
It was at the very spawn. I was like, oh, I can grab these chairs. So I just took one of the chairs and just.
Oh, you
brought it
grabbed a
with me.
chair from the. I didn't know you could do that.
I didn't know neither until I saw them. I was like, oh, I can grab these.
There you go. So tell us while we wait for for locks. Tell us a little bit about some of the materials. You did a full a whole new material setup. You built a custom shader for it as well.
I think it despawns after.
Yep.
Yeah.
So our process for development was first actually we made a basic idea of what we wanted. We go for a lot of Art Nouveau with what we're doing, so we really wanted to just make sure that that was proper and correct. So we know we have our overarching screen, our curves in the floor, stuff like that. We then actually took that gray box, went into a world, and used pens, like VR pens, and just drew.
And boxed it out? Oh, we've done that
several
before.
Hours of drawing with VR pens, which was probably the most fun.
That is a great way to do
and
it.
Then we basically built it the heavy way. So, extra material slots, all that stuff, got to where we wanted it, where we didn't put a lot of optimization work in early because that leads to deadlines not getting hit. And once we saw something that we really liked and definitely could not upload to the VKet world because it was too heavy, we then wrote a layered material shader because that's the way we usually work when we're doing quick work. And then put the textures in, set up our metallics correctly, baked and uploaded.
Yeah, it looks great. It's a little slice of your world with a couple of call-outs, I guess. I don't want to spoil anybody to the worlds, but pay attention to these lovely orbs and planets and suns that are in here because they'll be important for the story of Lux Nova's events coming up. You'll notice there's a video player up here as well, rotating through a ton of stuff, as well as the group link as well, and different members from the creative team. So you can showcase a lot in these booths. Now, you guys held events inside the booth itself, right? As well, and meeting greets.
Yes, we held an official event through you guys. We basically did a mini mix of an Observer show and a Radiance show put together, which was the first time we've ever done something like that, and it actually proved very successful. So we were very happy to do that.
I'm really glad. Well, thanks again for agreeing to be here and showcasing what a community booth can look like inside VKet as well. Well, thanks, Shadow River. Yeah, that shader by.
Did we extend our booth too? Did you show it already?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a part of the booth. That's attached to my avatar.
What did you do now? Yeah, no, this is fantastic.
We were gonna have a lot of people at our event, and we wanted to make sure that we had enough space to actually accommodate that many people in this area. Having them all in this booth was going to be really loud, and so we wanted to give them a little bit more space, and also have some quality of life, like knowing where the edge of the video player is, because we were playing music through our live stream for our events. So I spent a very long time making a world drop, because I have an asset that lets me see the position that I'm standing in the world. So if you have me shown, there are extra stages for people to dance on, and there's extra area for people to hang out a little bit outside of the booth while still being a part of the booth experience. So we just gave it a little bit of an extension with the world drop on the avatar. It was a lot of fun.
No, that's great. Yeah, great way to extend things out. Fantastic.
Whoa. See, I can turn the stages off, but I can't turn the actual world drop off itself. I can turn the stages off.
Okay.
That's perfect.
Oh, awesome. That is super cool.
Reset your avatar.
I could reset my.
Yeah, if you I guess if you reset, there you go. So yeah, all of that was on the avatar. There you go. Yeah, smart, very smart. Well done.
That's nice.
Yeah, very, very smart. An extended booth. That's very cool. So this is some of the creativity you can do. Great job. By the way, I didn't know anything about that. So that's really neat. We've definitely had people come in to VKet with their own sort of Avi booth drop, and just participating in it as well, even if they don't have a slot in here. And that's fine too. Like if you're able to attend events and showcase things, there's lots of ways to do it. So in a sense, this is a term I coined. It's an advertar, right? But no, you guys did a great job, and thank you so much for this. So you should have Lux, and one, or at least yourself, or one, or other members of your teams should have the ability to drop a group plus or group public link linked to the event. Let me know if you can. If not, I can
the world is private though, so I can only make the instance via the website. So do I just join that world first and then you drop the portal?
You can make
it, invite yourself, and then drop a portal.
Maybe if you can make yourself into
Oh, okay, okay.
Instead of
Let me try
accepting
that.
it, you view instance instead with the triple dots.
Okay, okay. Alright.
Okay, so it just I will give you a moment to set that up. What we're gonna do is we're gonna jump through the portal and go back and collect everybody else because your world has 80 members. So let me jump. We're gonna jump back real quick, and while you're setting that up, so take your time to set that up, and we'll jump back to how's your progress real quick.
I like the
I wanted to ask because I know you guys are great. I'm just running out of fuel.
All right, heading back here, and then we'll grab everybody, and then we'll head out to Let's Know This World.
All right, we go here first. Yep.
Okay, so maybe I should.
We're going back to this world. The world that we're in has it has a limit on the amount of people that can be here, and there's people queued to join. So that everybody can join to go look at the Lex Nova Worlds with us. We're gonna go look at Lex Nova Worlds with everyone.
Yeah, it should be fun. Over here, guys. Sorry to keep you running. You guys just get here. It's great to see you.
It's a breakdown of like.
All right, here we go.
How to submit a booth and run an event.
Panini and Griffin. Hello. All right, y'all. Okay, we're back. Now we're.
I need all-terrain light cycle wheels now.
You need one those like.
All right, we're just waiting on this next portal drop. If you guys would like to join us, it is once again VKet GT3224. The VRChat link is right there. Hi Shadow. Thanks for the gather here. I forgot to do it. I'm still getting used to using Event Rider. By the way, great. Yeah, a lot of the folks at the VRC community leaders meeting, as well as here, are very interested in it. You may have gotten a couple of inquiries in the last little bit. So.
Well, nobody asking me.
Not yet. They just found out about it today. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes.
By the way, you got the sign at the top of the rock. You should make a touch button.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
With the...
yeah, you're right.
Apple's
it's designed that way. But I guess it's fine how it looks like. I don't know. It's if you want.
So if you guys are seeing this on camera, for example, this.
We need to enable it to see it on settings.
That is Event Rider. Not yet, but soon. All right, ready? So you gotta invite yourself, and then you should be able to drop one.
No. Yeah, I did have the portal. I did have the portal.
You need to set the settings to be visible on camera.
Yes, I believe I did. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Let's go.
Oh hell yeah! Let's go.
I don't see it.
Oh no, they made it bigger.
It is Group Plus. You should see it. If you don't, join us right now. There's 80 though. You can definitely join us. It'll be a group linked or an event linked group portal. In the void. Any comments so far, chat? Any comments? Ha ha ha. I know you're in there.
There we go.
Vivian says hi from the chat, guys. Vivian says hi from the chat, guys.
Hi, Vivian.
Yes, it's private. Yeah.
All right, we'll give a couple of minutes or a couple seconds for people to filter in here.
I don't have Lux Nova colors though.
It's okay.
I only have Radiance colors. Okay.
Ah, you mean that I don't rotate?
All right, so I'm just going to make sure that
All right, are we good to go then?
Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, but everybody's just sort of filtering in here now. And we have a group instance, a third group instance open. And I'm going to make sure that this event is linked so people can see it as well. And we are good. That worked perfectly. Yeah, so we linked you guys to the event as well. It's a great new feature that VRChat has. And it will show up in the Live Now tab as well. All right. Okay, I think we're good.
Yeah, hello. So welcome to Observa Theater. This is our theater experience in Lux Nova. And yeah, I'm going to introduce you to some of the Observa captains here. Do you want to do it yourself, AU? And then cycle through the other captains?
Sure, I'll pass the mic afterward. Hi, I'm Ayumi Koi. I am one of the Observa Comic captains, so all of our actors, as well as like our floor hosts that are up on the floor, that's kind of my realm of territory.
Hello, I'm Cryo. I'm one of the Luminary captains. We focus on more so of the choreo here with the team.
My name is Picker Poisson. I am also a Luminary captain. I work with Cryo in order to make sure our team is delivering quality performances. I think that's what we got. We got all the captains, all the Observa captains here, right?
All the Observa captains, yep. But yeah. All right, with that being said, let's jump into the World Theater and see how it looks inside. That sounds good, Lynn?
Yeah, that's good. Let's take a look.
Heck yeah.
For those of you
there is a
watching
sign.
and who didn't make it,
There's a
you
sign.
should be able to get in here via the group
You
link.
just press agree, and then you can go into the theater. Yep.
Yeah, check the VKET GT 3224 group, and you should be able to click on the third event instance that's down there at the bottom, and you should be able to get in there now.
Good thing my suit is clean. I hope my suit is appropriate for tonight.
There's a dress code, oh man.
It's fine.
So we'll give you guys for those of you on the stream, we'll give you a small look at the performers, some of the lovely art they have in here. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my world sounds as well for everybody here.
Let me just adjust some volume sliders real quick. Yeah, it's such a new feeling. We are on stage and we gotta talk to each other and talk to the audience.
Lun, if you want, we have a boosted volume on the stage, so feel free to use that. Yeah,
Okay.
go over there and talk. Yep.
Yeah, go ahead and come up. Everyone will be able to hear you up here.
Alrighty. But I want to hear from you guys. So tell us a little bit about this. And for everybody who's here for the first time, welcome. I've had the pleasure of being at this show twice during two of your main performances, and it was mind-blowing to say the least. So let's talk about it.
Yeah, so for Observa Theater, we run a live immersive performance for the night. We run shows, about 2 to 3 shows. We're testing EU events actually this weekend. Every 5 to 8 weeks, we're rotating and we're making and crafting an entirely new show. We have a team of luminaries who work very hard through the cycle to craft different performances. And then on the other half of it, we have our Comet team. who is making different kind of characters that you'll see kind of walk around and interact with you at the booths at our shows. Of course, there's a lot more that goes to it. We have a media team that kind of live streams our events, as well as takes photo and videos of our events so that we can kind of push that out, because we are capped by the 80-person instance. As well as we have our operations team. We have like our VJs, our stage techs who make all of our visuals. They also do like stage managing for us, so making sure that everything kind of runs smoothly in place. As well as we do have a creative team as well behind the scenes that make our lore characters that we use, because we are on a space station here, we are in lore, as well as kind of writing some of our heavier themes like Voidfall and Luxian Lunacy.
So one of the things that I really love about this is the closest thing to like having immersive dinner theater in VRChat. You know, especially when you're interacting with a lot of the performers that are in the audience, and also like helping to sort of bridge the performers in between each one of the actual performances. But in between those bridges as well, there's sort of an ongoing story about the theater and its owners, right, and its staff members and everything that happens. Tell us a little bit about the story crafting and how long that's been going for a while.
So the story crafting in Observa has basically been going on since its inception. What we find has given a lot of our performers and actors the most success is when they have the ability to insert themselves into a world, and that allows us to create these more grand experiences in a way that we couldn't do before. One of the ways that we'd like to help push this and help give our performers and our actors the freedom to do what they want is by giving a sort of skeleton for what we want to happen, like what type of characters we want. We'll release like style guides, color schemes, and a bunch of other like sort of resources to help push people in the right direction. But we very rarely, if not never, explicitly tell our people what we want from them. From that point forward, it's up to our team to create the characters that they will see fit in that world. And the captains, us, will then go in, make like small adjustments, and make sure that their ideas are what work best. It's how we're able to create such a live world by letting our team create their little small characters and stories on top of the bigger ideas that we are trying to push forward.
It's really similar to VKet in that way, in that each VKet world has a writing prompt that goes along with the world theme. We give you the concepts, some keywords, the basic plot, and a good look at what the world's going to look like via the key art, and then people make their booths or avatars oftentimes based on that theme. And that's very similar to what you guys do for all of your performances. It's very multidisciplinary what they do here. Not only do they have this beautiful world and all of this like command and control back there for audio and music and different world transformations and things that they do, every one of these avatars also has a lot of times world space gimmicks on them as well, like full animations, like mirrored and pre-recorded dance outfits, all kinds of stuff. Like, it is really, really, really impressive what they do in here.
I think we can show. I think we can show some of the gimmicks that we have. Yep.
DJ, we need to put the screen back.
Kit, do the effects. Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
We immediately some
Like
people
that.
pull out their effects.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah, make sure you're showing the folks
For
on
these
stage
effects,
here.
you'll have to show avatars.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, show the
Yes.
people's
Immediately-
avatars here. Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue, Poison. Sorry. Yep.
Yeah, I was actually about to cut to Ayumi. Would you like to kind of talk about what's going on up here? Because this is really your wheelhouse here.
So, part of our Comet team, we do what's called Comet Bits up on stage. Our foundation for them is to bring our guests out of the seat and invite them up on the stage so that they can have that once in a show kind of time, a special moment to kind of join us here on stage and be a part of our stories. This avatar is specifically from our Luxian Lunacy show last year. So we had a very kind of circus, we had a jester running amok, those kind of things. With this, we had some circus type kind of features that we had on our Comet bit. So things like our lovely trusty little cannon, Poisson.
Oh, it's time. Oh, do it.
You want me?
Please.
You want me? Okay. Okay. I'm plush, so it's not animal abuse.
Let's go.
So we're able to take our audience onto the stage and kind of have fun, different interactions with them, whether it be unfortunate or maybe a safety hazard. That's for the guests to decide.
No. He's fine. He's fine.
Help me.
Also, by the way, Kitri, do you want to go wild on some of the stage effects that we have here? Just to show a little bit.
And I can go through that while they're doing it.
Sure.
If you'd like.
There you go.
So, Observa utilizes a cocktail of different VRChat gimmicks and effects that you can pull off from your typical particle system to actively refreshing VRC light volumes, projection shaders, LTCGI, and several other things. Your avatars in this room are lit by light volumes. If you are light volume compatible, including us on stage, we do not use any real-time lights besides a simple depth get, just because we do have some depth-based shaders that we do use, but not a single real-time light besides that is used at all, which gives us some pretty good performance while we're in here as well.
Yeah, it's really
Our
impressive.
second
You
versions that
need
we
it
have
for
coming
the
up are even
avatars, right?
more performant. Yes.
That's pretty amazing.
We like to give as much room as we can to the performers. I don't want the venue to limit their creativity more than it has to.
That's amazing.
All right. Any other questions, Lynn? Yeah. I'm gonna pass it back to you.
Yeah. So, first of all, I want to. If anybody out here has any questions about this event, feel free. Like, you can either, if you're watching on stream, go ahead and ask. If any of you here are really curious right now, of course we can share a lot of this information. Of course, it's really easy to find these guys. They're all repping their group right now. We held obviously they held a bunch of Q&A events during VKet. But getting to come to these events, this is not a public world. And you guys only do events every now and then, because it takes a lot to put a show together, right? Like, how long does it take between
Absolutely,
each
it
one?
does.
Like, what's your average time to live?
So our cycles run anywhere from 5 weeks to 8 weeks, depending on what kind of show we're doing. So we have two different types. We have our regular bread and butter, where anything is on the table in terms of kind of what our performers bring. It's kind of like our huge creative freedom kind of event. And then we have our heavier themed events, which take about 8 weeks because they are a lot longer. They're more narrative focused. You'll see a lot of our character development with those shows.
Very cool. Yeah, man, 5, 6 weeks is a long time.
And it's actually really good timing to have this event happening because Observer runs this weekend.
Yeah.
And for the very first time, we have EU, which is awesome.
Yeah.
EU-friendly times. So if you are someone who is EU, or somewhere that isn't just the United States, we actually have an event that is friendly for you guys timing-wise now, which is a new historic milestone for us. It's not something we've offered previously.
Yeah, please join Lux Nova. It's LXNV9977. And if you're in the EU time zones or anywhere else in the world, and it's on the weekend, in the middle of the day, so you have time to go to this and maybe another event. Just don't let the comments get you too drunk before you do. That's all.
I'll drop a pedestal over there for anybody for convenience. Yeah.
So once again, if you guys love
join the group, see the events.
Yeah, if you guys love immersive theater, it is super immersive. Of course, you sit in these lovely plushy chairs and get to interact with the stage, be part of the show, and see some incredible stuff. Of course, all the dance performances are done for the most part fully live, and also thanks for the raid. Fully live, and also you guys do like to music. So every one of those dance routines are choreographed. They're done to music, so you get to listen to some great music as well.
Choreographed. Would you like to see like a portion of an animation for one of them?
I mean, sure.
People stop figuring. Oh yeah, go ahead. Show that one. Show that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
See if it's gonna play. Hold on. set myself.
Yeah,
Do you
maybe.
need screen back?
Oh, should be back.
There it
There you go.
is.
Nope.
There we go.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah. This is for your Suavemente performance, wasn't it?
It is.
Or
It
am I
was
thinking
part
of
of
a
the
different
grand
one?
opening.
Yes.
Which is part of the grand opening, which you guys will see a recap here very soon as well. If you stay tuned
Not just a
to our
recap, like they worked on a whole, like, a
socials.
full cinematic,
Yeah.
like, of the entire show.
But this is only a taste of what our performers can do. Everyone has their own style, has their own story to tell through these, and they're phenomenal.
They even fight sometimes.
Yes.
They fight it a lot more times than you would expect, to be honest.
But then you also get set on fire too many times to count.
Yeah.
Yeah, this poor stage.
Getting crushed by
Our
hammers,
insurance
set
is
on
through the
fire,
roof.
eaten by cosmic beings.
Theater is home to more than just dance. We do theater, acting, just about anything on the
Live
stage.
singing.
Yeah, there's some
We
of
have
that.
live singing.
Yep.
Our first singer right there.
Right there. It's her.
These guys are you guys are very, very multidisciplinary. We're really happy to have you at VCAT. Thanks for being at like the first like Worldhop showcase. Like, well, I wouldn't say it's the first time we've ever showcased communities in Worldhop, but the first time we've done it in this method. So again, if you guys like this kind of thing, we'd love to do more of these as well. And I couldn't have asked for a better group to come do it again to sort of ease into that. So yeah, and welcome to all the raiders too. We got a lot of viewers here today on Twitch and everywhere else as well. Now, this is awesome stuff. Of course, you've built some of the like the parts of your avatar here to be like sort of world space shaped to the stage itself. So this avatar really works inside this theater specifically for it, and you've spaced everything out in here on the avatar to fit this environment and to surround everybody you see here. So most of what you see, in addition to the original stage, is part of the avatar as well. So not only do they have their own stuff, they've also got they also enhance or modify the stage in a multitude of ways with the avatars as well. And it can be pretty it can be a pretty big hijack. Like it's we've completely erased the stage in a few shows, so it's pretty interesting to watch. You guys do a great job.
Thank you. We really appreciate that. Yeah. One of the things that we're particularly proud of in this world and in our development is there are quite a number of different venues that are slightly similar to this that do a lot of what are called like full-on over-renders, which is what you were mentioning before, where like the entire world disappears and it is like just the performance in the space.
Right.
One of the things that we like to try and do with our shows is to, for the most part, keep like it relatively grounded within this theater. And it's something that we're proud of that we're able to do, and it helps boost the immersion. Whenever we have those big moments where like the world disappears, we try to keep it relatively brief and make sure that like we end up back here as it re-solidifies that this is a real place that has a real story, and this is not just a vehicle for big flashy particle performances.
Right.
So I think that's another thing that kind of sets us apart from other venues that do similar things.
Yeah, I agree. I think that is one of the best parts, is that it is grounded in the theater itself. The people who own the theater, the characters that are involved, the storyline behind it is all very much a part of it. And it is, of course, stage acting. So these guys work really hard. It's difficult to get on stage and perform a show, as you can imagine. If you've ever done theater in school, it's just like that, except you've also got to manage being in 3D in VRChat with lag, with 80 people in here watching you very closely. Right? It is very, very
I think the
stressful.
animation's over.
But no, it's great. Thank you for showing us a little bit of that as well. You guys have more than one theater too, right?
Yes, we are gonna go to the other part of Lux Nova, which is the Radiance Lounge. And yeah, let's hop on there first, and then we'll talk more about it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna make the instance first.
What do you guys think?
I have
Huh?
the world.
Pretty great. Yeah. Spam emojis. These guys make some great stuff. I hope all of you get an opportunity to see the show. Try to sign up maybe for their EU event this weekend. It happens early, even if you're not in EU.
That's going to be your best shot.
Yep, I would say so.
Because it fills
it's a
up
new time.
in less than a minute.
Yeah, these guys.
It's brand new.
Yeah, please join the group. Pay attention to that, and maybe jump in their Discord because they dropped that instance. Because the thing is, these instances are 80 people, but it takes about between 32 and 40 staff members just to make it possible to host this event with all the people that are needed to make it happen. So you need to be here early.
You can also catch us live on Twitch if you aren't able to make the shows. If you find Ender Empress Twitch, so find her links within our server.
I know you guys are planning on having
You'll get
some
a ping with the link to the stream as well.
There's some recaps in YouTube coming soon too, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Exciting.
But it's nothing compared to
stuff coming on that front.
Yeah. Our mini team is
all right.
Sorry.
Oh, no, sorry.
You're good.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the portal here. Everybody else that is over here, feel free to just hop on the stage and just join the portal here. All right?
I'm gonna get in there early so I can set up.
Go. Yeah, go for it. Go.
All right. All right, next world. Once again, thanks for the follow, Just a Random. It's good to have you. We'd love to get more of you. If you're not following our Twitch, we do this every week. And lately, a little bit more than every week. These guys do some pretty... All right, we're back.
Wow. 4.
Pretty good looking world.
Ooh, very pretty.
Pretty darn good looking.
Holy. This looks so good.
Oh, Deathmat, long time no
Really impressive.
Nothing much. I haven't been on VR in a while.
Try punching it.
Make up your mind, Lex. What do you want? Do you want purple? Do you want red? I don't know what you want.
Playing as well as I pulled out my radiance bit.
I say go red.
Hold on, this is for you, so you can speak to everyone.
Hi, everybody. Look at this gorgeous map.
If you're holding that, it works.
24 karat magic in this world.
All right, I'm going intro first. Wait, give me. Yeah. Yep. All right, everybody. Yeah. We are on Radiance Lounge, so we are a premier nightlife venue of Lux Nova. Over here, we have the captains of Radiance Lounge, and I'll let them introduce themselves right now.
Hi, my name's Jinxie. You can just call me Jinx or Jinxie, and I am the head manager of Radiance Lounge. So I manage pretty much every aspect of it, from helping out with the captains and helping them organize practices and do stuff on the back end, to making sure that the team has like a good direction and that we're managing everything that we need to keep the venue running.
I specifically am a captain, specifically a celestial captain. I help manage the dancers of this venue, but we also have our astral captains, which work with the astrals, who are the hosts and actors of the night. Yeah.
Or you want to talk more? Yeah, up to you.
Also, her name is Keytree. She definitely deserves the recognition. She didn't say that, so I'm going to say it for her. This is my lovely celestial captain, Keytree. As she said, we have a couple of other captains who couldn't be here today. We, of course, have Apple, who's our other celestial captain. She's still here, don't worry about it. And we have Crunchy Kitties and Strawberry, who just joined. Would you look at that? That's amazing. That's our other astral captain. The timing is crazy. So while she's coming over here and sort of acclimating herself to what's going on, oh my gosh, hi. Kit, would you like to introduce yourself to everybody really quick?
Sure. Hello, my name is Kit. I am the Astral Captain here at Radiance for Lux Nova. It's very nice to meet you.
Indeed. So, as previously mentioned in the Observa Theater map, we have two different roles here of entertainers. We have the Celestials and we have the Astrals. They're very similar to what you'll find in Observa, but they're a little bit different because our venue is a different beast entirely. Whereas Observa definitely specializes in big, like super showy performances. They have those like lots of particle effects. We are very immersion focused here. This is very much a come, wander around the venue, talk with people, and really like have your own fun. If something looks fun over there, go do something fun over there. There's usually something fun happening for pretty much the entire 2-hour runtime. So the Celestials are essentially our go-go dancers, but they can do more than that if they so wish. Some of them do some extra acting as well. And then we have our Astrals, who are our floor hosts and our actors. They very much focus on making sure that everybody is interacted with for the night. That at least at some point during the night you've had somebody come up and make a conversation with you, maybe try to get you to play a game with them, offer to bring you a drink, some kind of interaction. We want everybody who comes to Radiance Lounge to feel like at some point somebody came up and interacted with them and everybody has been taken care of at some point during the night. So it's very much immersion focused and it is not hugely showmanship focused all the time. However, we do have moments where it is more showmanship focused, but we can get into that more once we have the map fully open and you guys can see the lounge proper. Before we do that, I'd like to say that you are currently standing in the Radiance Hotel. So in our lore, this is a hotel, a very big hotel, and Radiance Lounge is on the top floor of this hotel, which is why we're gonna have to go up the elevators in a little bit. So for the first 15 minutes or so, when you join our events, you'll be in here, and the Astrals and maybe some of the Celestials will be around talking with you and really hyping you up for the event that we're about to experience. And then once we're ready, we go upstairs to Radiance Lounge as a whole. Lock, if you could, please. So the elevators are going to come down, and once the elevators come down, if you'd like to head inside and click the doors in the back, you will be in Radiance Lounge proper.
There's more.
So we're going upstairs.
Yep,
let's go.
Let's go.
Okay. Fancy.
So I'm going to stand up here in the middle so that everybody can see me. Len, if you'd like to stand up here as well, you are more than welcome to. Welcome to the official Radiance Lounge. So this is the actual lounge itself. I see that we have one of our Celestials, Vivian, here already on one of our stages around. So in this world, like I said before, it's about a 2-hour long experience where when you step in, it is very much a choose what you would like to do sort of experience. Now, we have many systems that kind of differentiate us from Observa. Keytree, would you like to speak to sort of the systems that you have in place for the Celestials, like the Celestial dancing shifts and stuff like that?
Now we let him talk.
I very much dislike this mic, but hello, I'm back again. So during a night, we have 2 teams of dancers. We have team 1 and we have team 2. Team 1 starts off on the stages. We utilize this main floor space, and the space over there is our main stages right now. So for the first 20 minutes, we'll have dancers that are dancing on the stage, and then the other dancers who are off shift might be interacting with the guests. They might be playing a game. They might be working on an off stage, or they might be using the private rooms to give private experiences, whether it be a dance, whether it be a little bit, something that's a little bit more memorable. And then after 20 minutes, we call in a shift change, and then the next group of dancers will be working on the stages, and then the other group comes off to interact with the guests or take a break, grab water, take care of themselves so that they're ready to go for their next shift. We do that on and off for 2 hours. We have lots of different dancers, honestly. We have people who are off more burlesque, more flow arts, more freestyle. We have a lot of different works.
So the entire night
Thank
is
you.
essentially like that, like the kind of elite private club experience that you would expect from, from the kind of place that's so expensive that if you have to ask, you can't get in. But here in this 24 karat red and gold lounge, you can sort of have that experience in VR, and then a little bit of fantasy too, right? A little bit of the surreal or the divine, right?
Absolutely. So we're currently standing under our stars. So whereas Observa has their big star, Observa, we have our twin stars here, Carmine and Ochre. In Lux Nova lore, we harness the power of these stars in order to power the venues, and they do have their own personalities that display, not necessarily through talking, the stars themselves cannot talk, but they can show their emotion in different ways by manifesting different effects. Like in Observa, they change the color of the lights and stuff like that. Carmine and Ochre like to really mess with the venue. It was frozen over entirely at one point during Valentine's Day. It was very pink in here, and now we just permanently have hopscotch because of it. They just decided that, I guess. They just do that. And during fall, there were leaves everywhere. So there's a lot of changes that happen in here, which is, of course, our stars sort of expressing themselves. That's how they express themselves here, whereas, again, Observa is very direct, and it kind of almost talks to you, but not really. It responds in different ways. But yes, the fantasy aspect is very important here. We really try to play into immersion, and I think something that's very, very important to immersion here, and making sure that works, is our astrals, which, Kit, if you would like to talk about our astrals and what they do for the night.
Sure, I would love to. Jinxie has actually phrased this better than I could actually at one point, where we like to say, Observa Nova, but Radiance is where you are able to ask questions. So astrals are people we play in character and tend to guess throughout the night. You'll notice with the name Astral, right? If you think of something that's astral or like Observa, they're called a similar role as comets, is because we go all throughout the venue. While Celestials mainly focus, they have their stages for dancing. Astrals, we're everywhere, and we're trying to find you guys. A lot of us are in character, and we will develop specific characters to tend to guests here at Lux Nova. Game shifts throughout the night. So if you see up the front there's actually a little spin the bottle game that we've run up there. There's card games that Astrals will host throughout the night with guests, and those are super fun. We also have Astrals tending the bar. The bar you see underneath me, that's not for show. We have an actual bartender. We'll actually switch out in shifts throughout the night that you can interact with. People will immersively serve you a drink, and you can get to speak to the bartender, things like that. We'll also lead you on little side quests. There's been quite a few. We had a Segway race recently. That was something that happened. We've also done things like this Hannah Montana freeze tag. That was also pretty astral led. There's also been there's a mischievous fox character, and they might lead you into a private room and spawn an onsen and then flood the whole venue. That may or may not have happened. Astrals are they lead into the lore. Those are who you are, sort of like a Disney park actor, right? It's like, oh, that's Ariel. I can go talk to Ariel right now. That's kind of the vibe with our hosts. I think that's the best way to describe it, personally.
Your drinks also have effects too, right? Like as you drink them, they can cause different effects on your avatar as well.
So they used to in a previous iteration of our map back before we became Lux Nova, but they do not anymore. If that's like a big demand for the team and creative team thinks it's a good idea, we could experiment with bringing that back. But that is definitely a conversation we'd have to have later. Right now, they currently do not have any effects.
For that.
Well, let you talk then, because you know better than me.
You guys are always trying.
Hi, I'm the person
things, right?
making the drinking system. I'm constantly developing everything all of the time. And everything is always being either redone, remade, or re-innovated in some way, shape, or form around here, because everyone always has some sort of new idea or innovation or optimization that they, just tries to make things a little bit unique and different. So we try to implement those as much as we can. For example, Radiance has a handmade, like completely custom from scratch immersive drinking system where the bartender actually has to pour you the drink. The colors blend like with proper color science and everything. thing. And eventually, we want to get in effects that are not the typical drink effects. I found that most drunken effects that we see on most systems were a little daunting and a little bit distracting, and we want to make a more immersive way that lets you enjoy the show without getting nauseous or dizzy, because we do have a lot of people that have those issues.
Yeah,
So it's a very much in development system where we just constantly iterate over and over again. We have a new one coming out very soon that will look similar to this one, but operate much better, much more efficiently, and have many more options, where you'll be able to order basically whatever cocktail you want, and our bartender can make it for you.
That's amazing. Well done, guys. Wow, this is fantastic. Before we jump into Colorful Nuku, if the folks here at Lux Nova are amiable to it, would you guys like to take a photo with everybody who was here today? Right, you've got an excellent logo right there. I'd love to get all of you over there for a group photo so that we can post this on VKet's social media as well. And you can all say, "Oh my God, I made it here!" At least once. But try to come this weekend. Once again, please tell us all the times that you're going to be doing stuff and where to find you.
Yeah, of course. So, as previously stated, Observa tends to run every 5 weeks. They're currently doing an EU show. So, oh God, the time is like, what is it? It's like 3 p.m. EST, I believe, is when they're doing their EU show. And then it's like 9 p.m. EST on Saturday is when they're doing their normal show. Radiance, on the other hand, when Observa is off, we are on. So those 4 weeks when Observa is prepping, Radiance is running. So every Saturday that Radiance or that Observa is not running, Radiance will be running at the exact same time, 9 p.m. EST. Every single Saturday. We're here all the time. It's a lot of fun. Please feel free to join.
Would you say that that this lounge is a little bit easier to get into than the full acted shows, right?
Absolutely. For the very specific reason of this is it's much more of a pick your own what you want to do, and then when you're satisfied, people tend to drift off and go hang out with other friends. So people like to stop in, hang out for like 30 minutes, an hour, and they'll drop out. So the queue here moves much faster than it does in Observa, and we're on a lot more often. So you can get into Radiance much easier.
For those of you new to VRChat, this is what a lot of us like to call like the real VRChat. This is the right way to enjoy this game. Coming and doing things like VKet, coming and doing things like Lux Nova, enjoying these immersive theater experiences, and joining groups with different interests. We're going to see another one of those in just a moment here. As we take this group photo, once again, thanks to everybody in the stream. If you're looking for and wondering who we are, you can join us for these kinds of things, these sort of special events, and get to hang out in places that are kind of hard to get into. It's VKet GT 3224, and of course you can find us on all of our social media. The links are down in the doobly-doo, and we will we'll definitely be here every week. I'm going to be live streaming again tomorrow on Thursday as well as Saturday, but we're not done yet, so so please stick around, and then we'll raid somebody who's also playing VRChat in the next little bit. So we're going to count you guys down for a group photo, and then we'll move on to the next world.
Video, come here.
There's so many cameras.
Oh my God.
Yeah, down in the doobly-doo.
All right, Lun, do you want to take the countdown, or?
We have a gimmick for that. Shadow River, could you do the honors?
No, it's not ready yet.
Oh, it's not ready yet? Okay. So
Broken.
I suppose we'll wait.
Still broken.
Okay.
The version you have doesn't have that yet.
Unfortunately, yeah, we'll count it down. But anyway, yeah, we'll do 10, 9, 8, strike a pose, 6, 5, 4, make your silliest face, 3, 2, 1. We got a lot of folks here. That's pretty good. Jeez, thanks for coming, everybody.
That's a lot of cameras.
That is a lot of cameras.
That's a whole lot of chickens.
Yeah, if you want to be part of groups like this, please come along.
That's a whole lot of cheese.
All right, we're gonna do one more portal. Where is Torcel? She's around here somewhere. Where are you?
Yeah, thank you guys for coming to take a look at Radiance. We really
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Shout out to Purcell. Purcell did this art for us.
Oh, really?
Very true.
Oh my gosh. That was Parasol. Oz is here. Oz, great artwork over here.
3 pieces of art I have ever done. I love Lux Nova that much.
That show was Voidfall was incredible. It truly was. Like, it was so. That was an amazing show. I'd love to see that again. It is amazing.
Lux Nova is also one of the only somewhat official Strange Pair partners.
There you go. Yeah, please come. Yeah, Ed, if you get a chance to come and see these guys live, it is 100% worth it. Yeah, definitely come out. All right, we gotta find where is Torso? Where'd they go?
Torso is not here.
Not here. She's over here. Over there. Behind me. They snuck up on me.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, he's over here.
Where are you hiding?
But Lun, thank you so much for hosting this.
Oh,
I
you're
need
welcome.
to go to work soon. So I
Thank you for being here tonight. Yeah, say bye to stream.
Thank you so much.
Please
Thank you
follow
so
Lux
much.
Nova.
Thank you
Follow
so
their
much.
socials. Come do their stuff. There's like a whole lot of RP happening over here. Whoa. All right. Let's talk about a new group. Let's talk about building groups and group following. What about that? Hello. Hello.
Mona's little Game Boy charm looks pretty good.
All right. I need to make a spot. Where are you guys hiding? Where are you? Hi. There you guys are. All right.
Hi. Right now,
Stuff working.
That's okay.
I suppose this perfectly reflects my mood right now because you kind of given us some very big shoes to fill here.
Oh, you're fine.
Given us some very big shoes to fill here.
You're totally fine. But you know what? Sometimes you need a little bit of cute and relaxing when you have heavy and.
Maybe I should give me a brief moment.
Well, it's all right. So what we're gonna do, I think what we'll do, we'll get you back into shape. We'll get everybody in here. I think what we should do, just to make sure that everybody's in the right spot. Why don't I drop? Do you want to start here, or do you think I should drop? We should drop a portal back to the previous world, or would you like to drop one on the group?
Probably get back to the meetup world so I can get this all sorted out. And
You
then
got
I
it.
can
All right.
Think of something.
All right, guys. For those of you who are sticking around for the last little bit of this, if you guys want to learn about Colorful Nuku, we are going to drop another portal back to the How's Your Progress world, and then go from there. All right. All right, one more. One more once. We have a little bit more time here as well. We're going to go till about 11 o'clock. All right.
I know how to save it. I know how to save it. I was going to say a good example, like a more casual. Two sides, similar coins.
Cozy vibes.
Alright guys, we're doing a group public entrance queue. Drop this right now. If you get a chance to go to Lux Nova this weekend, please do. These guys did a lovely job showcasing what they do, and come enjoy, the lounge and their performances if you get a chance to. They were an excellent community collab with us, and we're going to talk about how you can build a small group for VKet, and learn about a few more. All right, we're going.
Thank you so much.
Bye. These guys are great.
Sa ということで今回のバーチャルマーケットリアル2025ウィンター、メインの一番前、会場入ってすぐのところに出てくるのがこのパラリアルステージです。見てください。このような形で5面の LED パネルになっていまして、この中にユーザーが入ってこのバーチャル上の皆さんと一緒にプレイをするよというゲームになっています。いけ見えてるよ。イエーイ。ありがとう。さあ今回のパラリアルステージですが、なんといってもこの多面 LED ディスプレイの中に自分自身の体が入ってバーチャルの人たちと遊べるので没入感がすごかったです。普通はヘッドマウントディスプレイ被らなきゃいけないとか目につけなきゃいけないものが多いんですけど、そういったものをつけなくてもこの没入感はすごいって思いました。続いては VketChan ブースです。こちらはアース製薬さんの協賛で作られています。このゲームなんですけれども、見てわかるように秋葉原の駅から UDX の会場までをバー チャルの、アバターを抱っこするような形でリアルの人がこのコントローラーを使って運んでいきますよというゲームになります。こう下げましょう。やばい。下げる早くない
All right, we are back. We are back for the last group. And we're going to talk about new groups and how you can help build those groups through VKet. Sometimes, if you have a small group and you'd like to grow that group or gain more members, running community events inside VKet is an excellent way to do that. And we've had lots of small groups or new groups that are just starting out inside VRChat come to us through VKet. And build community events, whether they're using the VKet event system or they're doing something with, or they're doing a collaborative event with us, with or without a community booth, or even with a regular exhibitor booth. You will be able to gain more audience through VKet. With luck and with throwing events with us, we'll be able to promote your group, and hopefully you'll see new members. These World Hops do get a whole lot of people, and even that alone could start a group. Can start a group with 0 members all the way up to 80, and if you hold 5 events, maybe you'll get another 80 or another 50, another 60 members, and VKet really is like a showcase for that. It started out as a way to showcase avatars and world creators, and we've also, of course, moved on to do a little bit more with communities and musicians and live stage shows and you name it, and interest groups. One thing that's a little more common in Japan is for fans of avatars to get together and build communities for each other, whether they're customizing those avatars, just a huge fan of it, or they're doing try-on events, or it's just a way to help share resources and knowledge when it comes to like either a specific fandom or like an avatar that they like. And you guys, I'll let you talk about it. Come on into my circle here. And we'll yak a little bit about what Colorful Nuku is, why it exists, and how you expect to use VKet, hopefully, to grow the group. Because you guys are brand new, right?
Yes, you've definitely given us some pretty big shoes to fill, Lon. I'm honestly been a bit of a nervous wreck this past hour.
Oh, don't worry about it.
I also realized that one of these things doesn't belong here. Let me just get in uniform.
There you go.
Very important.
So what the heck is a Nuku, and why is it colorful?
Actually, though, this may be a good way, especially since we're introducing new groups, and as well as more people to VRChat and the group system. This could probably be a better example of a more casual group.
Yeah.
Like something more traditional, like it's kind of like a more traditional organized group in the game itself. So Colorful Nuku is a avatar-based meetup group based on Isanai Nuku. This is actually one of the Mame friends, a line of avatars
we should
led
probably
by the avatar.
We should probably explain that just a little bit too, like what a mommy friend is.
I was
about
to get into that.
Let's get into that.
Mommy Friends is a line of avatars that was actually created by the artist who did Mami Hinata, Mochiyama Kinyo. Does anybody have a Mami Hinata on them? I'm trying to see if I can go grab mine.
Also known as
Oh,
Kageyama.
Shugu has one.
Yeah. You may have seen, if you guys were watching
I
along.
was a Kipfel, so
yeah, that
was a Kipfel, and I do have a Mami Hinata with.
There you go.
I don't.
If you guys have been to, if you guys have been watching along with some of VRChat's like creator showcases for the last little while, Kageyama Mami Hinata's the avatar itself has been featured by VRChat in their shorts on TikTok and various other places as well. This avatar is so big that it has an Android in Japan.
Yeah, it has an Android. It has a collab with Casio. It is one of the biggest avatars in either the Japanese space or potentially VRChat in general.
Probably
slightly above.
It's pretty up there.
Probably slightly above the Nova Beast.
Yep. Yeah, it's definitely up there.
So with that, Kamayama decided to pay that forward by bringing together a whole team of different avatar creators, some big, some small, giving them the exact same body base as Mami Hinata and just letting them do whatever they want with it creatively. One of the first examples is right over there, Kip Bell, which I consider, I guess the big sister to Mami Hinata that Kamayama has made to go with them first. And the one that we are currently rocking is Isanai Nuku, who is made by Afro to Afro, who also made notable avatars around here, such as Konica, Nekokamo, and Uni. So the point of Colorful Nuku is to kind of have a avatar meetup group that is functional in a similar way to Japanese groups in Japan that function the same way. For example, there is meetups for like Con, for example, or Maya, or the Wormy Sock. You want to have a fun example of that. So we're a bit of more of a, but like I said, this is probably a good example of a more casual, a casual yet still functional group. We do things bi-weekly. We usually swapping between exploring worlds and playing games. But we do still like to have still a bit of organization there. Like we do have versions of these avatars with little staff halos, and we even do have a little hub world that we usually start with as well that has a good amount to do, but is still compact enough to be suitable for hanging out in there for a short 20 to 30 minutes before things really get started. This was originally a concept that I had not over a year ago, just about a year ago, that it was originally a project called the Succulent Garden, based on the plant that Isanai Nuku is based on, which is a succulent. But it eventually grew into Colorful Nuku based on meeting these fellas, Uzugu, who is a VJ and Udon programmer that mainly work with Tomodachi Night, and Sugu, they're a goober. And one of the basically the fourth of us who currently can't be here at this time due to time zones is just Temtem, who is a noted photographer as well as a world developer who has worked with world creators such as Meiji. So we all just kind of got together and kind of wanted to share that kind of experience. As we also have been hanging around with and potentially going to start working with some of the Japanese groups in a similar vein, such as Dr. Bamboo's Isanai Expedition.
Yeah, and I will say that Avatar fandom style groups are a lot more popular in Japan. Personally, one of the reasons why I asked you guys to be included in this is that these kinds of groups are really are something that's unique to VRChat and social VR in general. And I think that first of all, that's really fun because you can build a group in VRChat about just about anything. And I think that like an avatar that you're a fan of, and especially one that doesn't have any copyright issues and something you can build from scratch, right, is or customize on your own, that something that was built for VRChat is really, really easy to utilize in 1,000 different ways for official and unofficial events where you can be part of commercial things, you can be part of VKet's like live photo collabs for VKet Reel and other things like that. So I personally am very attracted to unique creations in here that can be used that way, and so fandom groups that are built around like the meta that is VRChat or social VR in general is fantastic. The other part of it too that's great is that like this is a great way to showcase like to support creators at VKet, because I mean Kageyama started at VKet as well, so
yeah. Like we were discussing last week, if Mami Hinata was released a little earlier, like Kaneko probably would have been like the big one.
Yeah, that's true. And of course,
but even then they were still working around with like Usasaki and so on.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a lot of unique avatars over the years that were made just for VRChat. Like everybody knows Blue Aces's brush avatar that was popularized by Mully and the boys back in the day, and that blew up to the point where, of course, it has, they have their own plushies and Marcus as well, like the Millworm avatars and Marcus.
Yeah, the Millworm, the Wormy Sock.
And Wormy Sock, that both of those were made specifically for VRChat, and they turned into like this global phenomenon that people outside of VRChat recognize. So, a lot of the little viral like moments that have happened, like this stack of characters behind us as well, is based on things.
A good example I like to bring up, at least recently, is Ralugi. I don't fully know how to pronounce their name. I should probably put a shirt on. POS and all. Okay, there we go. In terms of like what types of avatar creators you can find in VRChat, This fellow right here, he has been pretty notable recently, alongside Wormy Sock, mainly because of streamers like Stanme. But the avatar creator for this, as well as a few others, they were actually one of the 3D artists who actually worked on Mega Man Legends 3 before that was canned. I also learned, I think this was also a bit of news recently. We did recently learn that one of the, I believe, I don't remember if it was a staff member who worked on Serial Experiments Lane, who has actually been a DJ around here recently. Have you heard about that?
This is news to me. I should know this, but I think
one of the composers.
Oh,
that's it is. He's now a DJ in VRChat.
That's right.
Yes. Yeah, so you never know who you're going to find around here.
Yeah, that's one interesting thing about it is that there is a lot of connections to the games industry as well. A lot of VKet alumni too, not only people who do the music for VKet, but do the background art as well. A lot of them have worked for like Konami and Capcom and other companies as well, B-Money and other groups. Actually, that's a kind of a good segue to a couple of things I want to get to before we visit your world. First of all, if you have an avatar that is unique and copyright free, and you'd like to be part of our physical poster at VKet, you can do that. We have a form for that, and it's closing relatively soon. So please go ahead and take a dynamic left-facing transparent picture. It's really easy to do. You've actually made a post about that on social media recently, so go check it out and get a photo in for that. And the second thing is we are also taking composers. So if you know anybody who makes music, especially original compositions, and you think they would be a good fit for the style of music for our VKet worlds, there's a special site called crew.vket.com that you can point yourself or them at, and they can apply with their portfolio of music, and maybe you'll get pressed into one of our VKet CDs, which we do a limited run of every single year. But all of our music is unique too. So unique creations in the metaverse.
A nice little bit of contract work.
Yeah, that's right. And so unique creations in the metaverse. That is what this is all about. Your group celebrates that. So you built a little world, but once so when you guys breach this world, what do you do after? Like, what are your meetups like, and what happens at them?
As I said, we are a good example of a more casual group. We usually alternate bi-weekly between exploring worlds and then playing games, where the hub world that we have is usually just more like a small spot to just kind of like gather around, meet up, chat around. Though there are a few things there, like a video player, a couple of toys, a board game or two.
Well, why don't you
but it's also a good place to do. But it's also a good place to. But it's also a good place to like take photos at the beginning and end and so on.
I will say your group is definitely
let's see here.
One of the best parts about your group is the fact that it becomes like an ultra cute photo session pretty much every single time, just by the sheer nature of your avatars. So
it is. I've actually been pretty surprised to see how it's grown, because I originally thought this is gonna not really take off, but 50 in about the span of a month or so is not much to sneeze at, personally.
Yeah, it's
or
not bad.
especially for kind of like especially for someone who isn't really, I wouldn't say really notable in the VR space. I'm just kind of
that's changing.
I'm just gonna.
That's how
I'm somewhere in the food chain, like we already discussed during the ambassador meetup, kind of the E tier.
You're all good. It's all good. You guys have also right over here. Wow. I believe this is your group now, right? Yes, it is. So for those of you, if you guys are here now and you want to help grow this group,
also put down the
please join. It's right here, especially if you have.
We are currently hosting an event on Friday where we will.
Friday. Depending on the time zone.
Yes, Friday or Saturday, depending on the time zone. But for me, it's Friday.
Especially if you have.
We will be playing through.
You will be doing yourself a disservice if you don't.
Where we will be playing through the very underrated adventure map. In a similar vein to something like Bullet Time Agent or Project Summer Flare. Ultra Fantastic Movement is very low poly gothic, sort of like grim dark adventure.
That's really cool. All right, let's check out this little world that you custom made for your group as well.
All right, let me see here. Should I make it a group plus?
Yeah, group plus or just group public, and then I can link it to the event as well.
Do I do it under VKet?
Yeah, that way people can find us if they came from here.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say.
Let me see here if I'm able to do so.
This stack of avatars.
Yeah, what's going on over there?
Beautiful.
It's beautiful.
We're being beautiful.
They are being affected by us.
I hope you guys have enjoyed the session so far.
I was already joking earlier, saying like these are just bugs when you lift up their rock. But now the bugs have fought back.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is very common in our events, to be honest.
All right, guys. Here you go. One way you can also help out with Torricel's group here is to consider adding them or favoriting this world as you go into it. It will get them out of the beta program and into the accepted worlds. They're very cute, right? Don't you think? Right, Gothic Vixen? They're super cute. Yeah, and they're very customizable. These avatars have thousands of outfits and all that stuff. Very, very cute. Very easy system to get into, easy to work with in Unity. They're very cute. You missed half of this. It's good to see you, though. You've missed more than half, actually. You know, it's funny. Shifter likes to complain about the speed of her PC.
I suppose we should put the staff halos on.
We got to figure out why. We got to figure out why her PC gets low frames, but the fastest loading speed of any PC in the West.
Oh. Is it so small?
Oh, you've been silently watching. I see. Thank you for interacting in the chat, though. It means a lot. Appreciate it. We're being scrunkly little guys. There's some great art pieces in here.
Wait, hang on. We're going chibi now.
Here. For now, everyone here.
I guess I might as well blend in.
You guys have so many outfits. What the heck is going on here?
What's your favorite one? We were going to say the cool thing about Mommy Friends as well is that since they're all based on Mami Hinata's body, every single item that has worked with them that has been released since around 2022 works with all the others as well. So if you weren't a big fan of Mami Hinata because of their style, there's now like a whole set of avatars with varying styles and aesthetics that you can mess with as well.
Yeah, I've been aware. I just haven't gotten into actually customizing this.
No, it's
fun. This only exists just for like the optimization stuff. Because the quest for prefab is like really going on PC.
Do you mind?
Yeah, if you guys could right over here, if you could, just right at this circular section, so we can interview these guys.
Yeah, yeah. So this is our little hub world. Give me a brief second. I have the stream on the other screen.
I do that all the time. Don't worry. You've got a lot going on in here. There's some art cutouts. There's all kinds of things.
Yeah, give me. Okay, I was just gonna get like a little overwhelmed. I don't know if I should turn earmuff mode on or not.
Good plan.
This is our hub world that we like to call Colorful Heaven. Since I mentioned that the original name. I'm not sure we're gonna need that. You just hold on to that real quick,
just in case.
Yeah, just hold on for safekeeping. As I mentioned, since the original name was originally the Succulent Garden, this originally was going to be a more garden-based world, a more natural world. But since we went with Colorful Nuku, a more rainbow-based sort of deal, we kind of have it here in the sky. These little floating platforms in the sky. Yeah, so this is our hub world referred to as Colorful Heaven, which gives us a little introduction to our group, as well as the things we do around here and the avatar itself. Colorful Nuku is a group for fans of Isanai Nuku, the Mommy Friends avatar designed by Afro to Afro from around the world. Colorful Heaven serves as the spot where we meet up for events. So not only are you able to join the group by clicking this poster, you are also able to try out the proper sample of the avatar by clicking this little PNG here.
The original is super cute. I must say.
Everyone can be Nuku.
Yes. Nuku has a lot of features as well. If you guys want to showcase some of these.
Oh, hell yeah.
Demo? Oh, yeah. The mouth comes out.
The mouth comes out.
Yeah. Which is a fun little feature of a lot of Afro's avatars. Another reason why I'm a huge fan of Isanai Nuku is that they're very expressive. A lot of Afro to Afro's avatars are extremely expressive, have a lot of very good faces, and take advantage of blend shapes very creatively, as well as very colorful as well. It's a fun other a couple of other fun features Isanai has. For example, she has this little puppet. When you pull out this puppet, it actually shuts off your mouth and makes all your talking go to it.
Oh, that's adorable.
No.
I feel very.
Oh, goodness. So let's take a quick look around here, starting from the left.
Alrighty. Look at this giant pile of nukus.
So this is what we refer to the general meetup circle. We have a couple of different groups, as well as more of these paper Isanais running around. First, we have Uzugu's group that they work with, Tomodachi Night, a DJ party that does stuff once a month on Sunday. If you want to talk about that real quick, if you want to.
It's just an all-genre music event that we do with my Japanese friends and my European friends. All together, we do just a small 2-hour, 1 hour, sets, every one of us. I'm now BJ over there, one of the three. And we're just, a big group of people that just want to have a good time with music and visuals. It's very immersive. It's all very dark, very... the atmosphere is really nice. So come if you want. It's really nice. Everyone is welcome.
There's a QR code up there, guys.
We do one event a month.
Scan now with your phone.
Yes.
Exactly. The second poster we have here is actually another good example of a Avatar or Mame Friend focus group on the Western side, since these guys are more popular on the Japanese side. The Mame Friends Cafe, which is hosted by Sloan Fallion. They actually did host a event on VKet last winter that I helped a bit with. This is they are a lot larger. They're probably one of the largest Western Mame Friends groups as well. They host a lot of events, do a lot of games. So, like as you can see here, there's a lot of stuff going on here, and even stuff like parties for when new friends are released, which I'm expecting there to be a lot more of, considering that we are getting 17 over the cross these next 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And the third is once again the fourth member of our main what I like to call the colorful crew, who couldn't be here with us today. Just Temtem. As I said, they are a world creator who is very talented, and have worked with world creators such as Meiji, as well as a photographer. This is one of their photos here. This is very nice. They've been working a lot with Flex Fisheye recently. Also around here in this little.
For those of you in the chat as well, I know there's a lot going on here. Lots of little
This
nukus.
is a plush.
They are adorable, aren't they?
This is a plush of the artist, Afro to Afro.
Oh, there you go. That's so cute.
Yippee.
Lord,
yes,
Afro Sensei.
So
Yeah,
there's a whole lot of Mame Friends.
Yeah, the thing is,
they have a lot of merchandise as
Yeah,
well.
the thing
That
is-
Get Real, like an unbelievable
Yeah,
amount compared
well,
to
the thing-
regular avatars, right?
Mhm.
Did they release
The
a new
thing
one
is,
recently?
this world is the thing is this world is a lot smaller and consists of some less assets. Like a good chunk of the stuff here is free. Actually, that would be a good way to segue into that. There's a good amount of stuff that is here that is either like free or easy to find. Like even if you don't have 3D modeling knowledge, you are still able to put together a world if you are willing to put up with Unity a little bit. So, like for example, Afro to Afro has a bit on their shop called the Toy Box, where you can get free assets like these and a couple of other things. And these little paper Isanais running around are actually little bonuses that come with the avatar when you purchase them. Let's see here. The second area, which I suppose can also go into this. This is our little photo spot. Over here is once again the succulent plant that Isanai is based on. Right here, there is.
Oh, hang on, slow down. I'm running a cone of silence. There's too many nukus. There we are. All right, there we go.
This is global. This is where we usually do our little like big group the event, or if we want to announce something.
That makes sense.
Do we want to take a photo here? There's so many of you. There's so many
Yeah,
little
might as well.
losers
Yeah,
running
we might as
around.
well do it.
I think Apro's gonna go nuts.
Photo time.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna set up a camera right here. You guys can be in your nukus or your favorite scrunkly little avatar that works too. And
For time.
we'll do a photo right here. Wow.
Beautiful.
Do not click the button.
I'll stand by.
Please.
Sore thumb.
Yes. The nukus gather up.
So many. So cute. Yes, the Reacher grabby thing you're seeing in here is just a fun little toy, and it allows you to pick up other avatars and carry them. It's pretty great.
Yeah, everyone get in.
You are to us in spirit and heart.
Cousin!
It's okay. We can have Don't be like that,
There's
brother.
someone very sus here.
Among us.
Among us. Among us. They live among us.
This is weird.
Oh my goodness. I don't know which camera. Very cute. So I'm just gonna look at the same.
Okay, everyone ready?
All of them.
I have to think around on my kids though.
There's so many.
My eyes, bro.
I can't find my.
Yeah, I don't know where I am in this photo.
Okay, everyone ready?
I'm just going to do a unique pose that no one does right now, so I can figure out where I'm at, I guess.
2, 1.
Yeah.
Oh, there was someone missing. Once again. 3, 2, 1.
You guys have the opportunity
we
right
love it.
now to double the members of this group by joining along with them. So please do.
Yeah, if you would like to join, there is the poster at the front, which you actually can press.
Great stuff, y'all.
Join the code. I'm in group.
Don't tell them steal.
You will not regret it.
Totally
We are
got it.
family friends. Oh my god.
We are indeed first sweet mame, then friends.
Adorable.
We have.
Oh, that's
the group link is right here as well.
Cute! It's so cute!
Oh, yes.
That's a beauty right there.
We have a.
Jenna really
I just want to
does.
say once again, thanks to all of our ambassador and global assist members who are here today as well. I keep hearing Mono Monet hiding away, but you're all nukus right now, so it's impossible to see who's who. But you're all here today. Thank you for hanging out a little bit longer.
Finding somebody.
Yeah, exactly. And so if you want, if you guys want a fun and wholesome group to hang out with, this is it. That's for sure.
Yeah, the last part that we have for.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I forgot where.
Normally we would some very chill music that kind of fits with the Sky theme. However, our YouTube's API is being YouTube's API.
Well, also,
again.
yeah, also
But we do
public,
have a
right?
couple of-
But
Yeah, but we do have a couple of things here. For example, we have the board game Kill It. This is actually a game from the guys at Virtual Party, a board game development group who worked on stuff like Katsudon, as well as runs the Store Bazaar and the Virtual Dice Party event. This is a conversion of actually a IRL game. It's actually pretty cute and pretty well done. You basically just try to fill the best way we can describe it is essentially Splatoon.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yes. Though we probably won't have time to do a full round right now.
Yeah, there's lots of things you can do in VRChat well beyond just hanging out and chatting in VR. You can also play lots of games and a whole lot of other things.
By the same creator too.
This one is
By
this is another
Beeronis.
one of the things that comes up in Afro's toy box.
Oh no, this is Afro's
these
toy box.
little-
Oh, it's not a Beeronis prefab.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, these little, it's like these little money guns that like shoot like Afro's Stona.
It's probably based on
And
them.
of course, because this is a Sky theme, the immediate thing that we wanted to do was have a way to throw each other off.
Yep, that
As
makes
you can see
sense.
now.
Yeah, we had
Goodbye.
Gothic Vixen in the chat wondering what the grabber was all about, and now you know.
And of course, you have your usual little QV pen. And over there is also a big 3D scanned plush of Afro's Sona that he was actually selling a little while ago.
That's pretty good.
Sensei.
Make a camera.
But yeah, very small, very compact, very small, very compact little world. Like I said, basically perfect for like a perfect spot for somewhere to hang around for like 20 to 30 minutes without getting overwhelmed, but still
Yeah.
having plenty to see and do.
The world performance is excellent too. Like it's well made, Quest compatible, right? I believe it is. Yeah. You know, easy,
It was
easy to
actually put together. It was put together by me, but also just Temtem. So Temtem has a lot of credit to take for that, especially with their world creation experience. There is a full
Well, I
credits
found my
list
sleeping
on
spot.
right behind the spawn as well. If you want to look more at that.
No, anyway,
Wake me up in 5
no,
minutes.
that's awesome. So I know you're definitely applying for VKET, of course. What's your hope from
Well, of course,
this
I'm an
VKET?
ambassador. That's what I gotta do.
And what do you want to do with some of the things that are available? Like, what would you suggest to someone starting out a new group? Besides coming to these world hops and having a bajillion people here, what would you suggest outside of that as something you would do like through VKet or since you've been through the ringer a whole bunch, you know some of the features we have. Why don't you tell new group members, people who are trying to build a group, what you can use VKet for a small group like your own to sort of grow your membership?
Yeah, for a small group, probably the least expensive or risky things that I can probably recommend is that there's three things. One is that you are able to, even if you don't have a booth, or if you're not staff or an ambassador, or even a collab streamer, you are able to submit group events through the website. So if there's an event that you want to host based within VKet, such as exploring the world of friends, or playing games around, or introducing your group alongside some members or ambassadors, you are able to submit that. But the two things that I would definitely recommend are submitting a poster. Which I believe will open soon, since we currently do have applications open for boosts.
Very soon, and that's completely
free. And second is that we also, I believe that started on summer 2025, is that we recently now have a system where you're actually able to submit your group's logo or icon.
That's right.
And it actually can appear not only in the hub world, but also be hidden around in one of the exhibition worlds as well. That's for a little bit of exposure. So, like for example, in VKet Formula, in the racing game, you could actually see a bunch of the logos like whizzing by as you're going through the race.
Yep, it's a great photo opportunity as well. We also take submissions for other things too that you might want to do. Like, for example, Oz had some pear juice that you could get in VKet Mart, and we're always putting out stuff like pay attention to our social media, because we put out these Google forms where you'll be able to sign up for things that you might not expect. Become part of the artwork of a VKet world. But not only that, you can also, of course, apply for community collab. And that's a great way to get things started there as well. So, or even just a regular booth, you're welcome to showcase your group in your booth. Or if you know somebody who has a booth and they're part of your community, you could ask them to add it in too. Please form circles together and do things, right?
Yeah, but in terms of like something that I would recommend to new or starting groups, for like the most risk-free option is probably that.
Yeah, posters, logos.
Either submitting an event through the website for something that you want to do, a poster, or submitting for submitting your group logo. When both of those open, like Lund said, it's probably a good idea to keep an eye on the socials for when that becomes available.
That's right. And of course you can have as many events as you'd like. So if you want to get together and like showcase your favorite booths, or you want to run through and meet members, or you have a specific fandom, or like an avatar like Nuku here. This is a good place to do it, and it's a great place to grow it. As you can see, there's a whole lot of people here, and hopefully you'll find some more fans and group members in the next little while. So, okay.
I'm pretty sure this little bunch coming in has probably single-handedly got us out of a community lab finally.
No, it's good
Finally,
stuff.
My second world to get out of the community lab next to the world that I made as a joke for April Fools last year that I somehow introduced it. Despite putting it together in 2 hours.
Well,
I'm still trying to figure out a way to top that.
If you want to be part of the VKet Worldhop as well, we do this every single Wednesday or Thursday if you're on the other side of the world. We will be doing an event again on Thursday. So tomorrow, we're doing another session of like how to be part of VKet. So I know we skipped our Q&A session. I'll have the whole time for Q&A this time at this one coming up. And on Saturday as well for European time zone at 2 p.m. Eastern, which would be, so let me think, it's going to be like 5 or 6 p.m. I think, or 6 or 7 p.m. Sorry, for the folks in Europe, in Central European time. So it should be pretty good. If you want to see those actual event times, and I'm not just guessing or trying to remember, they are in the VKet group. It's VKet GT3224. All the event listings are there. You can also follow us on our calendar as well. And then down below, you've got stuff like EN VKet, and you've also got en.vket.com on Blue Sky. You can follow us on all of our different places as well. If you're following me on on I'm actually streaming to a new place today. I'm also streaming to Facebook. So hello to all the folks on Facebook who are taking a look for the first time. Yeah, we're also there, and a bunch of other places. I'm streaming to practically everywhere, no matter where you are. It's just about everywhere. But at the end, I guess I'm at the end of the stream. So yeah, if you guys want to say bye, come on over here. We'll stand next to Afro's Fumo and say bye. I'm gonna raid somebody. I just gotta figure out who and then we'll give the stream off to somebody else.
Do you have avatar sounds on?
Let's see.
Oh, so you can hear that? Oh yeah.
There's a few people.
Maybe I do.
Where's Shadow?
Right here.
Oh.
Let me get rid of my TV.
Flapping the gather here down.
Oh, I can do that too.
All right.
Thanks to Shadow Rivers shader. But by the way,
you're doing it wrong.
I am doing it wrong. She's got to show me how to use this thing. If you guys like the shader that you see there, there's a notification system that Shadow River has been working on for some time. That's been a staple of our Worldhops to make sure that everybody knows where to go, what to do, where everybody is. It is officially called Event Writer, and if you would like a copy of it, you can get it from him. You gotta ask Shadow.
You want the group photo?
I really need to get on that.
No, we already did one, so we're all good. We're just gonna log off. We're gonna.
Both of you forward me the money for that.
Yes, 110%. It is absolutely excellent. So I'm gonna pull up. Yeah, we're gonna say bye. Look at all the newcomes over there. Yeah, we're just here to say bye. We can take one more picture while we're here, but yeah.
Double kill.
Okay. In your regular avatars as well. We'll take a couple more. What the heck? Bye, everybody.
Gather around for pictures.
I'm gonna find somebody to raid. And once again, thanks for sticking around for an extra long time. Really appreciate it. Don't forget about the VSP space event this weekend as well. 2 more sign-ups.
VSP does very good work.
Remember, you have 3 days to sign up for VKet. Even if you don't know what you would do at VKet, sign up anyway because you have no obligation. But you don't know, you'll never get in if you don't try. So if you decide, if you figure it out by the time our lottery goes live, you'll definitely want to be that. Also, look into VRChat. That's happening on the 2nd of May. And that event will have 102 new little scrunkly guys or follower pet style avatars that are happening very soon.
Yeah, speaking of critters.
Yeah, speaking of critters. What else? And of course, VKet is coming up in July. So signups are now. We have signups for our poster for VKet Reel. Don't miss that. We have community collab signups that are happening right now as well. And of course, regular VKet signups. And you can get all the information at vket.com.
My ADHD is making me watch the timers of every camera at once.
Just watching all the timers. All right, thanks everybody. I'm gonna go to commercial and find somebody to raid. Say bye. Stick around so we can give them a good audience.
Bye. Is your hand hurting?
Come on. No, I'm used to doing this.
こちらをプレゼントしていただけるということで、もうまさにこういったリアルのイベントの場所ではお口のケアも大事だよねっていうことで、アース製薬さんから、プレイした人にはモンダミンがもらえます。続いては JRA さんのブースにやってきました。こちらでは大きく分けて3つのコンテンツを楽しむことができます。その中でも大注目なのがまずはこちら2024年のジャパンカップの武豊騎手の視点でレースを体験することができるというコンテンツです。続いて2つ目のコンテンツはこちらです。今年の凱旋門賞の舞台を覗いてみようということで VR で360度フランスの競馬場ですとか、調教風景というものを見ることができるコンテンツです。そして3つ目のコンテンツなんですけれども、スマートフォンのカメラモードでこちらの QR コードを読み取っていただくと AR を活用したフォトギミックが遊べるよという体験です。
All right, we're gonna raid Jakuba. Make sure to say hi from VKet, y'all. Make sure to say hi. I know there's a lot of you watching right now, so we're gonna send you over there. Okay. All right. Bye.
Okay, I forgot to move my stone.
Bye bye.
Along better with their economy for some reason than engineers.
Stop. Bye, Keg. Bye, X.